This is Tony Manning, Assistant Head Coach and Offensive Coordinator at Roosevelt High School in San Antonio. You're watching a featured presentation of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coach Association on the Antler Sports Network. Enjoy the show.
Welcome into the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. Today's contest is a 6A matchup live from Leonard George Stadium between the 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs and the visiting Cougars of Nimitz High School.
This is Matthew Armand of the Antler Sports Network, and this is our game preview leading up to tonight's 6A District 16 matchup. The 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs are coming off of a 50-15 win over inter-district rival Spring Decaney last week, making the Mustangs a perfect 2-0 atop 6A District 16. Head coach Matt Meekins, who we'll speak with later on, has not lost at home since early 2020. Meekins and his Mustangs look to continue that streak tonight, also with an opportunity to make it 7 straight wins in a row against their Spring ISD counterparts. Westfield enters tonight with a record of 4-1, with their only loss coming up against top state-ranked North Shore. The Nimitz Cougars and new head coach Cornelius Harmon, who we'll also speak with later on, look to gain a huge statement win against a state-ranked opponent. The Cougars fell to Eisenhower High on the road 46-21 and look to bounce back. The Cougars are looking to clinch back-to-back playoff appearances for the first time since the 2012 and 2013 seasons respectively. Last year they made the postseason but fell in the first round at College Park at Woodforest Bank Stadium. When the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff returns, we'll speak with both coaches in tonight's matchup, spotlight one of our sponsors, and speak with the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association. All of that and more after the break.
Hello to all my entrepreneurs and business owners. I am the Carlos Equizamo, CEO and owner of Order Digital. We are a creative service agency that focuses on multimedia, marketing, and branding for your business or brand. We have shifts running 24/7 to suit your schedule and work with all budgets to bring your ideas to reality and raise them to the golden standard in your industry. Look for us on Google and all social media platforms. Also, hablamos español. Thank you and God bless.
MTCB.
Welcome back to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, live from Leonard George Stadium in H-Town, Houston, Texas, as we get you ready for this 6A matchup between the 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs and the visiting Nimitz Cougars. With us via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline is a man who's responsible for opening many a door and getting many of opportunity for Texas student athletes. Matt Oswald from Scouting Report. Matt, how do we feel so far?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm mighty fine. Great to have such a pinnacle of the community via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline.
Well, thanks. People like you make it a great line of work to get in. Scouting Report is a recruiting software service for high schools. Schools mostly work directly with high schools. Coaches sign up, and it's a platform that they can sign their athletes in and create recruiting profiles for them Built into the platform is the college coaches database, and it'll have all the college coaches' emails and Twitter accounts in the database that makes it easy for the athletes to connect with college coaches. And also, I can set the coaching staff up in the platform, and they can connect with college coaches directly that way through the platform.
Now, I'm the type where I have to have names connected to services like this. Kind of talk about some of the coaches that you've connected some of these athletes with to kind of add to your credibility.
Well, I never take any credit, but through the software, I work with schools like Beckville, who's top 10 in 2A, and they have one of their athletes who has, I think, 8 Division I FBS offers right now. Work with Timpson down there. They have 2 prospects with, I think, 3+ FBS offers. So, I have numerous kids with Division I, Division III, Division II offers. So, it's just how much work the kids put into the platform is how much success they're going to have.
Now, sometimes coaches are skeptical. They see these recruiting platforms, and if any of our viewers follow you on social media, you are very adamant in trying to set yourselves apart. Let's say if you're a coach that's on the fence is looking for a solution to best suit their student athletes, why should a coach go to Scouting Report outside of other recruiting platforms?
Number one, there's a lot of recruiting platforms that say they're kids first, but in the long run, they ended up somehow, some way taking money from kids that working directly with schools. We promise we take absolutely $0 from any student athlete ever with schools that are working with us. And to me, what sets us again apart from others is definitely customer service. Every coach we work with has my personal cell phone. They text me, they call me. It don't matter if it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I had a coach call me at midnight the other night, and I still answer my phone. Plus, I don't do a lot of advertising. I believe in word of mouth by high school coaches. I'm not trying to promote myself. I want the coaches to do it for me. And I also give, anytime a coach refers me to another school and that school signs up, I give that school like $50 credit for the next year. So they ended up could get the service free if they referred me to enough coaches.
Now, of course, right now, our featured presentation is brought to you by the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association. And you over at Scouting Report, you've worked with the association as well. Kind of talk about the relationship you've built with the group and what you see in the future in that partnership.
Oh, great partnership. I can't, even begin to express my excitement when they said, yeah, we'd like to partner with you. I really hope this, it grows for them, not just for my own beneficial benefit of it, but, anything that's beyond an individual, a group that is positivity, I'm all for it. And definitely that group, they're hardworking young men just like everybody else in this industry. And I expect great things from them.
Now, this is for any of the athletes that are tuning into this broadcast here on the All-State Halftime Report. What are some tips and tricks and keys for athletes, student athletes, to use to make themselves look more appealing on social media? Of course, almost every prominent athlete has a Twitter account. Every prominent coach has a Twitter account. What can student athletes do to set themselves apart and to grab that extra attention that they might need to have an opportunity to play at the next level?
Well, first thing, if we're just talking about social media, make sure your header has your actual school name, not like THS. There's, how many THSs there are in the United States. The college coach is still not going to know where you go to high school at. Have your huddle linked in your profile with your most current highlights. Have your height, weight, and accurate GPA for yourself. When you lie about your GPA, they're going to find out because they're going to ask you for your transcripts. And if you lie about it, they're automatically going to disqualify you. Along with your 40 time, put an accurate 40 time because they're going to find out. That is the best advice I could give the athletes, and have your transcripts ready to send over to college coaches.
Well, I know one thing, the Antler Sports Network, and I'm sure most of the Antler Sports Network viewers see what you do and appreciate what you do for the community. You definitely have something going over there with your platform. Can you plug your social media accounts? Where can people find you?
They can find me on my website at scoutingreport.org. They can find me on Twitter, and that is at capital SR _ lowercase scouting. And those are my two big social medias.
Thank you so much for your time, Matt. Always a pleasure to sit down and talk with who I feel is one of the most important people in East Texas and really just high school athletics as a whole. I really love what you're doing for these athletes out here. I feel like East Texas has a lot of gems, and you're doing everything that you can and more to make sure that those gems get recognized. You always see them on Friday night, but thanks to you, we're going to see a couple more on Saturdays and hopefully even Sundays. We greatly appreciate it.
Man, we greatly appreciate y'all, and y'all keep up the outstanding job.
Yes, sir. You do it as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, brother.
Matt Oswald from Scouting Report talking to us via the ABS T-shirt, graphics, and signs hotline. We have more on the pregame after this. You're tuned in to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff as we prepare for the Westfield Mustangs and the Nimitz Cougars live from Leonard George Stadium in Spring, Texas. We'll be back after this timeout. Work hard to protect the things you love, your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just as hard to ensure your protection during these trying times. Our experts are trained to find the best policies tailored to any budget, but at the best insurance agency in Tyler by the people who make us who we are. Book a free consultation today at easttexasbenefits.com. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. A Better Business Bureau A+ accredited business. Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy workday? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old Troop Highway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee, local connections. Welcome back to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust, here via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline with head coach of the Cougars of Nimitz, a part of our 6A contest, courtesy of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association, head coach Cornelius Harmon. Coach Harmon, how are we feeling?
Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well.
All right, Coach, give us an outlook on what you've seen so far on film about these Mustangs. Of course, the number 14 team in the state, so probably a whole lot to digest on the film aspect, especially for me on the outside looking in. What do you see from the Mustangs coming into tonight's matchup?
It's a reason why they're ranked so high, across the state of Texas. The one thing that does jump off film is the speed, the size, and athleticism of them. But Westfield has been known over the years to have that, and so that's been a direct key for them in the success that they have had over the years.
District just now getting started, so of course you want to try to find your footing in the district with some pretty good teams, some pretty heavy hitters. What is it going to take to knock down the titan of this district?
Just being consistent in what we do, taking advantage of the opportunities that present themselves, and of course just staying healthy. I think it's not what other teams are doing. It's more important for us to worry about what we can control from day-to-day basis.
Now, what have you seen from your team in practice so far? I know we're pretty much at crunch time now. You're getting your final lineups together, seeing who fits where, what personnel needs to go against what personnel on both sides of the football. As a head coach, do you like what you're seeing so far from your team leading up to game time?
Yes, sir. Especially coming back after last Friday's loss to Ike. We was riding a 3-game win streak, and we got a chance to eat some humble pie last weekend. The kids bounced back Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, and they look focused. They look ready to go. Like I say, the most important thing that we can do is just control what we control, be consistent on a daily basis.
Now, there were some rumblings amongst circles with fellow sports journalists and other broadcasters, really just across the state. And when you guys got off to that hot start, that Nimitz could be knocking on the door of a top-ranked spot in that 6A conference. Knowing what you know now, you talked about eating that piece of humble pie and getting that reset, and now coming against a team that's already ranked, currently sitting at 14th, to know that you're on the cusp of possibly getting back into that ranked conversation, do you feel confident?
Yes, sir. That's the reason why we go to work every day. That's the reason why we are called coaches for one. That's the reason why you go to work. You make the adjustments, you fine-tune some things, and, you get the chance to go lay it out there on the turf again. For us, it's all about our mindset. Again, being consistent, taking advantage of the opportunities when it presents itself. It's no lie. We're going up against a pretty good team. But we're not scared of anything. We are creating a culture here at Nimitz High School. It don't matter who steps on the field against us. It's not about the name across the front of that chest. It's about the name that's on the front of our chest. And, that's Nimitz Cougars. So we're going to just take advantage of the things that we can control. And, when the clock says 0 at the end of the night, hopefully we'll be victorious.
Of course, like they always say, no matter what your ranking is, everybody's playing the same sport at the same time. Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Head coach of Nimitz High School, Coach Cornelius Harmon, brought in to resurge this Cougars program. We'll be back on the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. We'll be back with a pregame after this timeout.
Beautiful day, huh? Dinner time!
Time for another?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. We have with us via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association, President Jacinto. Mr. President, how are you today?
I'm doing fine.
It's amazing to have you here via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline as we get ready for tonight's matchup between the 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs and the Nimitz Cougars. Mr. President, let's get things going with the organization that you are the president of. Can you kind of talk about the culture you want to implement within this organization, and where do you see the organization in around 5 years or so?
Well, when this organization was formulated during March of 2021, the sole purpose, the main purpose or objective was to network amongst the coaches, amongst the Texas high school coaches of Hispanic ethnicity. And in order to build a network, in order to provide different avenues in order to promote leadership skills and help prepare our coaching fraternity for any leadership opportunity.
And annually in the San Antonio area, you guys hold a yearly gathering. Just last year, looking at your social media pages and just asking around, it was a very amazing turnout, I can say, from the outside looking in. Kind of talk about the revelry in the community that you build with coaches with Hispanic descent.
Well, when we started it and talked about the things we wanted to provide with our organization, we just looked at ourselves as far as what as in the coach fraternity as we were coming up through the system, the things that we saw that we lacked individually as a coach, to prepare us for those leadership opportunities, but also the things that we feel we needed to become a better professional, a better coach within this career. So by doing that, then that kind of gives some insight on what, by knowing, being a coach ourselves, we kind of realized what our other coaches were looking for from our association in order to best benefit them, so they could be better professionals. So as a result of that, we set up those things within our organization, within our social media pages, in order to provide those different, per se, things we felt, and getting some input from our members as far as what needs to be, we need to provide as an organization for our members.
Now, as some may know, you're a man of many hats. You were also the athletic director of Spring ISD. But before you got here, you had a couple of coaching stops across the state of Texas. What stands out the most about Spring ISD that separates them from any other district in the state of Texas?
I guess just really, the ability to grow, and not that there wasn't that same opportunity in the previous places I was at, but it's just saying that's just more. But being a larger district compared to where I was, even though I was in Austin ISD, but just I guess just really the down home atmosphere, and then being even though we are out within the Houston city limits, we really are a suburban school district, but have really have inner city type of different aspects. So being from the inner city, as far as where my previous two stops were, this gave me some feedback on and how to deal with the different issues we're going to have with our clientele, but then also understanding being in a suburb area, but being more in the outskirt area, just suburbs, but that we the opportunity and the growth that can happen, and also how passionate our community is about not just athletically but also academically, and seeing the previous successes that they had within our district before I got here. Just wanted to expand on those and just make it even better for our clientele, and also provide those opportunities for our coaches so they can grow and be better for our clientele and for our student athletes, and also for themselves.
Now, and like how you talk about Spring ISD having big city aspects. I believe one of those big city aspects is this brand spanking new Planet Ford Stadium. Maya is one of the best stadiums in the state of Texas. What did it take on your part to bring that project into fruition? That's not a small task, and it definitely isn't a small stadium.
Right. Well, I always believe in giving credit where credit is due. I mean, we had great support from the community, great support from our administration, because they saw the need because of the successes we had, and we have big time success, but they saw in our football facility, our other facilities are just as well as up to par with everybody else within the surrounding community, but they saw the need and also the importance of having a first-class football facility to meet our football success, because we have first-class football programs in our 3 high schools, and they saw the need to where the facility needs to meet the successes of the program, and and as far as along with that. A lot of that vision, along with, like I said, the community and the administration, was from the previous athletic director, which is Coach Willie Amendola. He saw the need and the rationale, and how the facility needs to be up to par with the program. So going by that, he saw that's one of the things he wanted. One of his legacies he wanted to leave once he left being athletic director. Of a great football facility, and really it's multi-purpose with our meeting room there to provide for the community and for our student athletes, something they can be proud of, like we were proud of our successes on the field. We also wanted to be proud of our field. Not that our previous stadium wasn't adequate. It still was adequate for us to conduct events, but it wasn't like what everybody else had in the community, and we felt that we needed that to support our successes on the field. So I have to give him credit. Now I have input as far as with the design and how we want the stadium to look, but he really was along with our community and administration, the one of the main people that was pushing for this saw the vision of the need for a new stadium.
Now, like you talk about the 3 high schools within your district, let's talk about one of those schools that are in action for tonight's matchup, your 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs. They've climbed up the 6A ladder and now looking to get into the top 10 as the season nears the midway point. As the athletic director, kind of talk about this Westfield team and what Coach Matt Meekus, who we'll speak with later, has built both on and off the field.
Well, just being truthful that Westfield was a power before I got here, long before I got here, and it started with transitioning that way when the previous coach Corbin Meekins took over, and he started building the tradition and successes of Westfield for what it is today. And then when he left and went to the collegiate level, then Matt took it over, and he's just continued that same success with and it just continued the same tradition and success that Coach his brother had before him, and he's just built on it and just continued that success with having a great staff, great support from the community and administration, and also developing great players that have gone now not just to the collegiate level, but also gone to the pro level, and have to give credit also to our middle school coaches for the things they've done to develop our kids and send them on to the next level, that they're better prepared to keep the success going, not just at Westfield, but at our other 3 high schools at Decaney and Spring, and building on that to continue the success and the tradition that Westfield's had now over 20, 30 years.
Now, to close things out, can you give us a preview into tonight's matchup?
Well, I know, Westfield offensively, they're very explosive. They're averaging probably about 40 to 50 points a game, very, very explosive quarterback, still get a great line and a great, we can beat you in any kind of way. They can beat you with the quarterback throwing, the quarterback running, our receivers. They can beat you with the running back. So very explosive. And I know Nimitz is, they have 2 good running backs. So I see it being a very explosive game. A lot of points going to be scored. And whichever defense can get the most stops, can get a couple of stops, will wind up being who will come out ahead on tonight's game.
Once again, President Jacinto, the athletic director at Spring ISD, and also the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association, an organization the Antler Sports Network has been overjoyed and honored to partner with as time goes on. And we look forward to building that partnership over the next coming years and hopefully even farther than that. Mr. President, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, and I appreciate everything you're doing to give exposure to not just our organization, but also giving exposure to our school district as well, and highlighting our one of our teams and our student athletes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Once again, that's President Jacinto, Spring ISD Athletic Director and Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association President. We'll be back to wrap things up. You're tuned in to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. It's football time on the Antler Sports Network between the Westfield Mustangs and the visiting Nimitz Cougars. A feature presentation brought to you by the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association. You've been tuned in to the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. evening, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of Texas High School football on the Antler Sports Network. This special ball game between these two 6A teams is a Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation between the 14th ranked team in the state, Westfield Mustangs, and the Cougars of Aldine Nimitz High. We're live at Leonard George Stadium in Spring, Texas, opening back in 1968, holds around 8,000 fans. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the brand spanking new Planet Ford Stadium. Jared Jones, your commentary team, and to my immediate right is a man that we heard from at the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association and the athletic director of Spring ISD. Coach, president, athletic director, man of many hats, President Jacinto. President, how are you so far this evening?
Doing fine. It's a little bit warm tonight, humid compared to the last couple of weeks, but I think it's not going to be an issue with the weather, and we'll have a clear night. I think we'll have some good football going on tonight.
You're used to the Friday night lights. We have Thursday night lights here on the Antler Sports Network. The two teams currently meeting at Center Field for the coin toss. Aldine currently in their home white tops with blue numerals and lettering with the yellow trim, blue bottoms with golden piping, white socks, white shoes on most of the players, and the Michigan Wolverine-esque uniforms with the navy base and the gold trimming. The 14th ranked Mustangs of Westfield and the visiting black uniforms with red lettering and numeral, white trim, light gray bottoms, black tops, white and red piping on the helmets as well. Our officiating team, courtesy of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Your head referee for tonight is Curtis Payne. Umpire Greg Rivera. Headline judge Len Steinberg. Line judge William Aldridge. Back judge Marshall Mills. Field judge Donald Rhodes. And side judge Elias Davis. The Westfield Mustangs ready to kick things off. The Cougars elected to defer to the second half. The Mustangs elected to defer to the second half. The Cougars have one man back deep, standing around the 5-yard line. 2 men in front of him, standing on around the 10. The kick is up, and here we go. High and overhead kick, a very bammy kick. Almost kicked that ball to Conroe, and into the back in the end zone for a touchback, and we're set to go for this first offensive drive. The Cougars, led by new head coach Cornelius Harmon. We talked to Coach Harmon earlier today on the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff, looking to get this Cougar team rolling. Starting off relatively well so far, 3-2 overall, 1-1 in District 6A 14. That's a pretty tough district, multiple big-time teams, including this Westfield team, 14th ranked in the state. Their only loss so far, both overall and in district, coming against the new number 1 team in the state, 2 weeks running in the North Shore from their fellow Houston City Sherries. First run right up the middle on first down. Gain of around 4. Ball is going to be placed around the 29-yard line. That first run opened things up was from number 23, Joseph Sanders. Sanders so far has been pretty good for this Aldine offense this year. Nimitz is very athletic. Lots of guys over 6 foot. Looks like your average basketball team. Let's see if they can use that size and athleticism to try to pull an upset against one of the best teams in the state of Texas. Second down and 6. Ball is going to be around the 26-yard line. Start to the right side is going to have back again. Is going to be Sanders. Gets out of bounds. One player from the Mustangs hits the bench, but he seems to be okay. Pops right back up immediately. The Fifths might mark him just 1 yard short, and they do. It's going to be third down and short. Third down and 1. That's a heck of a run to get to the outside and force a third down and short. Third down and 1 now for the Cougars. Ball the 34, 22 on the play clock. 11:20 frozen on the game clock. Cougars have a man in motion. Now have one in the slot, moves back in motion across the quarterback's right side. Handoff once again to Sanders. Sanders bounce to the outside, gets the first down and looking for more, and he gets it. He passes the line to gain with absolute ease, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Cougars as they move the chains. Sanders already getting things going for this Nimitz Cougar offense. Officials instructing the clock to roll here with 11:07 left to go in the first quarter. Ball down to the 39-yard line. The Cougars moving from left to right on your device if you're watching on our YouTube pages or our Facebook page. Be sure to subscribe and follow to be updated on the latest Antler Sports Network broadcast. The pass is tipped and it's intercepted. That's a heck of a play from the corner. It's a foot race. 10-5, goal line, touchdown. Pick 6 Mustangs. Heck of a way to start off this game if you're the Mustangs.
It seemed like they had there's some pressure from the like a blitz from the outside of the linebacker, caught the tip, and then went straight to the safety's hands and took it to the house.
Demarion Stamps responsible for getting that pressure on the quarterback for Nimitz, and it's going to be a quick 6 for the Mustangs to open up this ball game. Barring the PAT is 6-0 with 10:44 left to go. Almost a 44-yard interception touchdown for the Mustangs. That's pretty much the best way you can start up a ball game. You get a fantastic defensive stop. After Sanders and that Cougar offense look poised to march down the field, you force interception by getting pressure on the quarterback's weak side, on the strong side. Force interception and get 6 out of it. Official signaling the play can't commence. Clock still frozen at 10:44. The kicker number 38, Jonathan Demas, will do the kicking honors. The Cougars jumping at the line of scrimmage. Almost got the block. The kick is up. Officials call it good. Your new score. With 10:44 left to go in your first quarter of play. The Mustangs 7, the Cougars nothing. You're watching Texas High School football on the Antler Sports Network.
Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy work day? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old True Poway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee, local connections. A car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network.
Back here on the Antler Sports Network after the big-time Big 6 for Julian DeLoe to open up the scoring for this ballgame at 7-0. Here come the Mustangs here to kick these back off. It's a squib kick. Looks like the Mustangs might actually get it as well. Flag is thrown. Westfield saying they have it, but there's a flag at around the 40-yard line. It's going to be interesting to see what the officials call. Westfield says they have it. They're clapping away from the official. The officials point the other direction. It looks like Westfield might have that football. That's a gutsy call to call an onside kick. The second kickoff of the game with 10:41 left to go in the first quarter. Penalty flag on the field. We're still waiting to see what head referee Curtis Payne and his team end up calling.
Looks like we were Westfield was offsides on the kick.
That looks like that's what the call may be. The scoreboard here at Leonard George Stadium is showing that Westfield has possession still. As you can hear the Westfield Mustang band to our immediate left here in the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast booth. This kickoff brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler and by Casey Muse of Avenue Speak. I'd like to remind you guys to follow the Antler Sports Network on social media, on Twitter at Antler_SN, on Instagram at Antler Sportsnet. Find us on Facebook and YouTube by simply searching Antler Sports Network. Also be sure to go online to AntlerSN/schedule to find out when the ASN will be broadcasting a game near you. After the penalty, that'll move the football back to the 35-yard line. The Mustangs, number 38, Jonathan Demas, will try to do the honors once again. I'm assuming he's going to move this one to the back of the end zone yet again, and it looks like he just might. And he does. That ball hits right in the center of the end zone. That's a heck of a leg.
Demas is a junior, Jared, and one of the best kickers in the state. Really look for him to be heavily recruited next year as a senior. He's just a junior.
Just a junior with a leg that we've barely seen from NFL guys. We've seen them struggle to hit 34, 32-yard field goals. Meanwhile, this junior is kicking end over end from the 35, getting well into the end zone. Looked like he still had some room to spare. 10:41 for the first quarter as Nimitz looks to take their second offensive possession. After the DeLow interception, let's see if the Cougars can try to regain that same spark. Here's Whitehead. Delayed handoff. It's going to be to Saunders again. Saunders made immediately at the line of scrimmage. Continues to push. He's still on his feet. Still pushing. The officials give him forward progress, and that's going to be a gain of around 2. Coach Harmon on the far side sideline, not happy. Almost coming out to the numbers. Maybe he's seen something on the offensive side that he didn't like too much. Officials have struck the clock to stop. The clock will halt at 10:21 left to go in the first quarter of play. After the run, the ball is going to be marked around the 27-yard line. The Cougars have 2 slot receivers, one to the outside on either side. Whitehead in the gun about 4 yards away from the center. The center, number 71, Nolan Franks on our roster, takes the snap, fakes the throw. It's going to be a hand off the Saunders again. He bounces to the outside. He has Barker on his own field, makes a spin, and he gets hit. A helmet flies off. Hopefully Sanders is okay. That was a heck of a hit he took, but not before getting the first down. It's going to be an officious timeout. Hopefully Saunders is okay because he did a fantastic job bouncing on the outside, finding open space, outblocks upfield, and got everything he could. First down and 10 for the Cougars.
And speaking with the Westfield defensive coordinator before the game, Jared, he was real concerned about the running game, about the running back, and also about number 1 receivers. Very athletic. Felt he's going to be a concern because he's so tall, and our cornerbacks are slight in stature as far as height, but very aggressive. And he's real concerned about number 1 as a receiver.
That receiver you're alluding to is number 1, Noah Allen. He's currently on the close sideline here, almost along the hashes. One receiver in the slot, one lone receiver at the top of your screen. That lone receiver is number 4, Cameron Wassam. Officials instructing the clock to run. Whitehead in the gun yet again. He's got a back. Sanders. No, it's not Sanders this time. He's got a back to his right, gets to the outside, and here's that run game you were talking about, Coach. After a gain of about 6, it's going to be second down and medium. This Cougar offense, the same thing we saw in the first offensive drive. They're moving up the field with ease with the run game. 9:47 left to go in this first quarter of play. It's going to be second down and 4 to go at the 39-yard line. Substitutions being made with both teams. Currently backing at the running back position now for the Cougars is number 21, Landon Jenkins. The junior running back will do the running honors. Hopefully we see, and also hopefully this all the Nimitz Cougar offense sees Joseph Sanders, the starting running back number 23, back in the ball game for the blue and gold. Slot receiver now in motion, moving from left to right, moving across Whitehead's face. He's in the slot now, and a flag is thrown. Might have been a false start here.
The one thing about Nimitz, they do have 2 good running backs, and that's why you'll see them rotating those backs. Because both of them, there's not a big difference in either one of them. They both have good speed, strong runners, and like I said, that's one of the reasons that the defensive coordinator for Westfield was concerned about the running game, because they have good depth at the back running back position.
Ball start penalty called against the Cougars. That moves them back almost to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down and 8 to go. Ball down with the 41-yard line. Same formation as the previous play. One receiver at the top of your screen. Running back to Whitehead's right. Flag is thrown once again after the handoff. He's drilled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Might have even gained a half a yard if it was going to mark him still at the 41-yard line. And he had another flag. I can see the head linesman, Lance Stenberger, here on the close sideline, showing that it's going to be a false start penalty called against the Cougars once again. It's going to be back-to-back penalties, and that's one way to halt your offense. And for defense, that's one easy way to catch a break, especially for this Nimitz run game that so far has shown their might. They said they aren't scared of this Westfield Mustang defense. No matter what your ranking is, these Cougars are still out to play. We talked to Coach Harmon on the ESX Benefits countdown to kickoff with 9 minutes and counting left to go in the first. They just do what they have to do. They feel like they have a chance. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Here's Whitehead with the shotgun snap. Bubble clean out to the right side. Immediately met by the line of scrimmage. Makes a man miss, but is met once again. Loss of about 3 after that play. Reception was made by number 5, Edarius Keen on trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but the Mustang defense had other plans. There's going to be a tight spot. 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 specifically to go.
Another thing that the Westfield defense coordinator, when I spoke with him before the game, he felt that they would be running a lot of screens, because last week when they played, Westfield played Decaney had a lot of success running screens, so that was part of the emphasis this week during the week as far as practice as far as watching for screens. They thought they'd run a lot of screens because Decaney had a lot of success last week.
Inside handout between the tackles yet again, this time to guess who, number 23, Joseph Sanders. Not enough to get to the first down marker. Could barely even get to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring the punt team out for our first punt of the ball game, this time for the Cougars. This Westfield defense holding firm as they get ready to put their offense on the field for the first time. This Mustang team ranked 14th in the state just last week, keeping that exact same ranking. Almost blocked the kick, sky-high kick. Makes initial contact out around the 40-yard line. He's going to get a heck of a bounce if he continues to roll. Going to mark it down at about the 25-yard line, and that's when the Mustangs will take over 3rd District in 6A District 14. Only loss so far coming against North Shore on the road by a score of 55-25. Having wins so far against Cypress Park, Hightower, Spring, and Decaney. Interesting factoid, I know this isn't a home game necessarily for Westfield, but the last time these Mustangs lost at home was January 16th of 2020 against their Spring ISD counterparts in Spring, 27-23. We'll see how much farther that win streak extends to. Here comes the Mustangs. Run to the left, outside. It's got a blocker. Field gets taken out of bounds about the 40-yard line. And that's an amazing way to start off the first drive of the game for this Mustang team as the clock stops with 7:25 left.
And one thing, it's kind of ironic that both teams have a two-pronged attack with the running back. So you'll see a lot of rotation with the Westfield running backs too, with the Taji Atkins and also Demir Scott.
Handoff yet again to the outside, this time to Taji Atkins. Atkins met behind the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet. Multiple Cougars fall on it. It's a fumble, but the defenders are going to mark it down. And that might be something the Cougars needed. You talked about that multi-headed monster attack for the Westfield offense, especially the run game. They're showing to have no fear. 2nd down, intend to go after the outside run. Barely gets him anywhere. Might have gained the length of the football in total yardage, but instead they're going to mark it backwards. It's 2nd and 11 now. Check that. Empty backfield. In the gun. Looking right. Zips to the outside. Pass intended. Tipped away. Nimitz almost came away with the football. Pass intended for number 4 with the John Palomo. Intended receiver on that grab. Multiple Cougars had a chance to bring that interception down. Jalen Shields, the last man to have an opportunity to possibly convert an interception and maybe even give us our second pick 6 of the game with 6:48 left to go in this 4th quarter. Westfield still ahead 7-0. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 lone at the top. Here's Hatter. Takes a shotgun snap. Flag called. He's dropped behind the line yet again. Fantastic job by Corey Huff, the defensive back, to get to that outside. Drop the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage, but it looks like Westfield's going to be moving back either way. A little too much movement in the trenches there for the black, red, and white. Flag is going to be called against the Cougars, it appears to be. Going to be not an automatic 1st down, but pretty close. 3rd down and 6 now. 6.5 left to go and counting left to go in the 1st quarter. Hatter in the gun, back to his left. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, lone receiver at the top. Here's the snap. Drops, looking left. Has a man downfield, lets it fly along the sideline. It's picked up by the Cougars. The Cougars have it, and they safely get out of bounds. And that's back-to-back interceptions for this game, 1 for both teams. On that interception for the Cougars, number 15, Ahmad Bailey, the sophomore defensive back, getting in perfect position. Had one of his Cougar teammates, I want to say that was the safety, or the defensive back, number 6, Deion Ellis, that had an initial hand on it. Pass was intended for number 4, to John Palomo. Just couldn't get a hand on it in time. That was a heck of a throw. Almost a fade right into the flat. But the Cougars have an opportunity to pounce, and they do. Let's see what they can get out of it. 6:14 left to go in this 1st quarter. And that might be the momentum shifter that you need. It's still 7-0. So far, it's been a grit and grind game for both teams. Both teams showing what they're great at. This run game for both teams has been the driving force for both the Cougars and Mustangs. But the Mustangs give up an interception on a pass, and let's see what the Cougars can do with the football. See if they can find some new life. Man in motion. Here's Whitehead. Has a man in motion yet again. Triple option. Is going to be a handoff this time. Almost for nothing. They're going to give them a loss of around 3. That'll move the ball back to the 25-yard line. It's second down and 12 to go with 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
On that interception, I want to give credit to the defense on that. They had a triple coverage, and they had number 4 covered, and he's one of the better receivers in the state. And I'm pretty sure they really put an emphasis on knowing where he's at, and they had him triple coverage and did a good job of covering that route.
Second down and 12 after the run for negative yardage. Here's a handoff yet again. To the outside, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's still fighting. Looks like he might have got the first down. The officials give it to him. No, he's still up, and they just now bring him down again. And a flag for necessary roughness. 2 flags going. That last flag was flown almost as high as the lights here at Leonard George Stadium. Heck of a throw by that backside official. The helmet comes off, and that's most definitely going to be a penalty for necessary roughness, but an amazing job by the Cougar running back number 25, Joseph Quay. Usually plays defensive back, the senior does, but this time going to get a couple of snaps in the backfield. There's a 3-headed monster that is this Nimitz Cougar offensive rushing attack. Let's see what the officials mark here.
Yeah, it's going to be against Westfield. That's what like conduct. That's a good tough run by 21.
Landon Jenkins after that last rush. Still back on the field now after the play with a tough hit he took and still kept on trucking. It's going to be first down and 10. 5:24 and counting left to go in this first quarter of play. Here's Whitehead. Back to his right, one receiver in the slot, has the top side receiver in motion, goes behind him now, fakes the throw, it's going to be to Jenkins again. Jenkins going to gain around 5 after that heck of a run. It's going to be second down and medium. The Cougars, once again, we've seen this from both of these teams so far. They're just marching down the field slowly but surely, but all it takes is just one slip up, one mistake, and change the momentum. This ball game in an absolute instant.
It looks like Nimitz is doing a lot of misdirection, and it's keeping the Westfield defense, kind of keeping them confused. They don't know exactly where the ball's at by doing a lot of misdirection, and I think that's one of the reasons they're having such success with the run game.
Second and 7. Here's the handoff yet again. Makes one man misses. Popped out about the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of around 3 after that run. On that run once again was number 25, Clay, the senior defensive back, moving back to running back now. It seems to have all but halted this Nimitz rushing momentum as they now face 3rd and 8 after the loss.
On the tackle for the Mustang, number 96, Zachariah Clay.
4:05 left to go in this first quarter of play. The Cougars stack receivers at the top of your screen. Takes a snap. Whitehead rolls to his left. Has a man downfield. He's looking. He's got around 6 yards, and he's hit out of bounds yet again. That pass was complete to Edarius Keene. Keene once again. Keene on trying to get extra yardage, but the Westfield defense saying no dice. You have to work a little bit harder than that to get past this Mustang defense. Number 14 in the state for a reason with 3:40 left to go. 4th down and 4. Ball's going to be placed around the 42-yard line or the 41-yard line. They're going to mark it. 19 seconds and ticking on the play clock. It looks like the Cougars going to try to pin this Mustang team back with a punt here. A man back deep for the Mustangs. This could be a great opportunity for this Cougar defense. They can get a punt here. Punt is proceeded off the 10-yard line. They're going to take it. It's going to be a foot race, tripped up around the 10-yard line. He's brought down. A flag is called. Don't know if that might be clipping or a block in the back. This could be multiple different things here. That flag was thrown around the 30-yard line, the 25-yard line, with 3:08 left to go in the first quarter. Flag was called against the Mustangs, and that'll definitely help out this Aldine Nimitz Cougar defense to pin the Mustangs back just a tad bit farther. Any advantage you can take in games like this, I'm sure will be greatly appreciated if you're head coach Cornelius Harmon and this Cougar team, especially his defense. Plenty of height, plenty of speed, plenty of size. The jack of all trades offense Coach Meekins and this Westfield Mustang offense and defense possess. So any break you can get at any point, no matter how much yardage you gain or lose, will be greatly accepted as long as it's capitalized on. 3:08 left to go in the first quarter. After the penalty, the ball is going to be placed out around the 13-yard line. And Westfield has the backs against the wall, quoting Michael Jackson there. It's going to be 1st and 10. First down and 10 and almost a Conroe to get into the end zone here. Let's see if the Mustangs can get a first down here. Three receiver at the bottom of your screen. Lone receiver at the top. Here's a handoff. No, it's a fake. It's a bubble to the left side. Scott blocks upfield. He's got going to be a foot race. One man to beat it. He trucks him out of bounds. Stop made by number 15 for the Cougars, Ahmad Bailey, the defensive back, doing a great job getting to the outside, but even better job by this Westfield offense to fake him out with that fake hand off the bubble screen outside and get a big chunky yards with 2:50 counting left to go on the first. The Mustangs in the hurry up, not wasting any time. It's going to be a roll off the Hatter. Big pass in the middle of the field here. It's going to be at about midfield and still going. Still on his feet. Two Cougars can't bring him down, but four can. Hatter doing a great job rolling to his outside, looking upfield, finding his running back. That pass was complete to John Palomo.
Making the catch, number 4.
Well, Palomo, number 4, and Cathcart 17 are probably the primary receivers, the big play receivers, and really Hatter really look to get the ball to them and let them make plays. They're not very big, but very fast, very shifty, and you see Cathcart right there just look like he's going to go all the way.
Play hard into the end zone, touchdown. So we'll pick up the phone here later, George Stedman. We got ourselves a house call. The Westfield Mustangs strike yet again with 2:13 left to go in this first quarter of play. It's 13-0. That's a big-time run. Hatter so far has done a great job of just getting in open space, being poised in the pocket, and making the necessary throws. Not doing too much, not doing too little, just doing everything he needs to. He has plenty of speed and athleticism, both in the backfield and on his outside and receivers, and that's showing there after the big-time play. Westfield so early in the drive at a 13-yard line. I know they said they had to get to Conroe, but apparently this Mustang is actually a Ford Mustang with the speed they possessed in that last possession. Moving down the field with absolute ease, with quick hitting passes, outside screens, as they break it in the end zone. Dimas looking to convert the PAT. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, shoots through the uprights, and good. Your new score with 2:13 left to go in this first quarter of play. The Cougars nothing, the Mustangs 14. This is the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation on the Antler Sports Network.
Hello to all my entrepreneurs and business owners. I am the Carlos Leguizamo, CEO and owner of Order Digital. We are a creative service agency that focuses on multimedia, marketing, and branding for your business or brand. We have shifts running 24/7 to suit your schedule and work with all budgets to bring your ideas to reality and raise them to the golden standard in your industry. Look for us on Google and all social media platforms. Also, hablamos español. Thank you and God bless.
A car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler.
Kickoff after the touchdown by Dimas is launched completely out of play. Bouncing about 3 yards past the end zone. And this is where Nimitz has an opportunity to try to strike back with 2:13 left to go in this first quarter. Coach Jacinto, we talked before we came back on the air about a nickname that Palomo had for the Mustangs. Could you give us in about the nickname that you guys gave him?
Well, it's not me. It's just, I guess, I don't know if his teammates or the coach, I don't know, but they call him Sonic because he's got the hairdo like Sonic the Hedgehog. And so that's what they call him, Sonic. That's his nickname.
Well, he definitely has the speed to match the hair.
Exactly.
14-0, 2:13 left to go, and the Cougars are looking at a first down and 10 from the 25 after the touchback. Whitehead rolling outside, has a man just outside of his reach, and it's going to be second down.
One thing except to this point is that Nimitz has done a good job of trying to ball control. Just when they get into those third and medium situations, having a hard time converting and having to get the ball back to Westfield. But if they could sustain that, maybe they could maybe put some points on the board.
Watching the intended receiver just about a couple of centimeters away from his fingertips. Maybe put a little bit more stickum or pine tar or glue on his gloves. They could have brought that down. We saw both of these teams prior to kickoff. They have athleticism and they have height. Here's the handoff to the outside. No, they're going to try to get it between the tackles to no avail yet again. Mid immediately at the line of scrimmage by a host of Mustangs. And it's going to be third down. Coach, you talked about how important third down was for this Cougar offense. Let's see if they can try to right their wrongs with 150 and counting left to go in the first. The Cougars down 14-0, and against this Mustang team from top to bottom, considered one of the best teams in the state. Even going toe-to-toe for most of the ball game against the best team in the state of North Shore. Every opportunity you have, you need to take immediately. This sounds pretty much exactly how they sounded last week in the contest between Austin, Westlake, and Del Valley. Here's the snap. Back to his left. Makes the throw across the middle of the field, and it's just incomplete. Noah Allen, the intended receiver, and that's a play you have to have if you're this Nimitz Cougar offense. 1:21 left to go, and it seems like the punt team will come back out for Coach Harmon in this Nimitz Cougar defense.
It seemed like both the passes on this drive, the passes looked like they were catchable, and it just slipped through his hands, and that's going to be tough to overcome. And 3-and-out is going to be, it's not a good situation for the opponents when you have to face an explosive offense like Westfield. I just feel that they should continue doing this misdirection plays, because that's when they had the most success in the running game.
Here's the punt. The Mustangs almost getting a hand on it. Ball's going to take a bounce around the 45, crowded about the 40. Gets the outside, makes a man miss. One heck of a juke. And then goes Sonic again. There's a foot race at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, goal line, touchdown. Leonard George Stadium's phone is pretty much off the hook. He had another house call. I scaled the field. I see no flags. And it looks like Westfield has done it yet again. Another special teams touchdown for the Mustangs, showing how we're one of the best teams in the state. And they're showing it in absolute droves. 60-yard touchdown for Dejan Palomo. Sonic does it again. Sonic does it yet again. As the special teams scoring continues for Westfield, as we get ready to bar the PAT with a minute flat left to go in this first quarter of play, it's 20-0. The Mustangs now setting up the PAT. Demas awaiting the snap, the hold, the kick is up and through. No, the only thing that was thrown was a flag just about at the line of scrimmage. The officials convening at about the 15-yard line, led by the head referee, Curtis Payne, from the Houston chapter of the Texas Association of Sporting Officials, as we await the call here at the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast booth. Seemed like it was the delay game penalty against the Cougars. Looks like a re-kick will ensue, and that'll make this kick probably just as easy no matter where it is. Here's Demas. Demas, after the penalty, moved up maybe a total of a half a yard or even the length of a strand of hair after that penalty. Demas awaiting the snap. The snap, high snap, the kick is up and even higher than the last kick. And it's up and through, your new score. With 1 minute left to go in this first quarter, the Mustangs 21, the Cougars nothing. Back in 1 minute. You're watching Texas High School football on the Antler Sports Network.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm in the metaverse, bundling my home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. Watch this.
I still don't get it. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Those fries you've been craving. I'm hot, and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
You work hard to protect the things you love. Your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just as hard to ensure your protection during these trying times. Our experts are trained to find the best policies tailored to any budget, but at the best insurance agency in Tyler by the people who make us who we are. Book a free consultation today at easttexasbenefits.com.
Here's the kick. It's going to be an onside kick yet again. This is the second onside kick of the game. This time the Nimitz Cougars are going to fall on it, and I feel like Dan Campbell would be proud, head coach of the Detroit Lions. You're up 21 in the first quarter. You're still attempting onside kicks. Part of me can't blame him. It's almost like you're playing Madden against somebody at home. You most likely don't call the same plays or do the same things you would if you were playing somebody online. But after the onside kick, the Cougars will retake possession with amazing field position. They're going to mark it out about the, let's call it the 44-yard line. On the scoreboard here, they're going to mark it to 43, so let's go with the 43-yard line. First down and 10, 59 seconds left.
And maybe Coach Meekins is maybe trying to get still a couple of possessions in order to maybe try to, get them while they're down and really try to extend that lead and try to get the, mess with their confidence.
Whitehead back in the gun. Got it back to his right, flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. Whitehead scrambling, looks to his left, still's got nothing, going to use his feet. Bounces off one tackle at the 40-yard line, and he gets hit after getting about 3 more. One official calls it on the far side. The clock keeps rolling, but I don't know over here. Seems like there's a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be offsides on Westfield.
If it is offsides on Westfield, looks like the head official is signaling for offsides. That is offside. That's another big-time break for the Nimitz Cougars to add on to that run. 48 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As the Mustang drum line plays to our left here of the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast booth at Leonard George Stadium, built back in 1968. After the penalty. And it is, Coach. Looks like you're correct. Maybe you're in the heads of these officials down here.
I saw him getting the signal. The headline gave the signal. Preliminary signal into the play. One thing that I've noticed with the game is that Nimitz has done a good job of moving the ball. Just when they get into those third and long situations, they having trouble convert. They can do that because you can't keep giving the ball back to an explosive offense like Westfield.
Pass complete from Whitehead to number 4, Cameron Washam. Washam looks like he might have got the first down. No, they're going to call him 2 yards short as the clock rolls here. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. 20 seconds now. We'll see if they can get something out before the end of the quarter. Whitehead back to his left. Takes a shotgun snap. It's going to be a handoff yet again. Bounce to the outside and looking for room. He's got a block from his quarterback. Makes one-man miss. He's about the 20-yard line with 10 seconds left. This Nimitz Cougar offense continues to march. Fresh set of downs as they move the chains.
It was another misdirection play by Nimitz, and that seems to be where they're having the most success. And I know up in the box and part of the coach, I'm pretty sure that they're seeing that the success they have with these misdirection plays. I would keep with it until Westfield can show they can stop it.
Well, the scoreboard shows all zeros, and that'll conclude the first quarter of play. Your score: the Mustangs 21, the Cougars nothing. Back after this short timeout, you're watching an Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation on the Antler Sports Network.
Beautiful day, huh? Dinner time!
Time for another?
Oh, yeah.
Second quarter of play. Fresh 12 on the clock, 21-0. The Mustangs have the advantage here, but the Cougars are looking to make something shake here as they have the ball on the 20-yard line, knocking on the door of getting their first points on the board. Let's see if Whitehead and this Cougar offense will continue. Jared Jones, President Acito, president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association and athletic director of Spring ISD, here in the Kelly's Tattooed broadcast booth for the 6A District 14 presentation. Whitehead takes the handoff, gets to the outside, met immediately well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about a loss of 1, and that's not the way you want to start a drive like this. You you pretty much moved up the field with absolute perfection with your quarterback using his legs and using your multiple-headed dragon of a running attack. But an immediate loss of around 2 on 1st and 10. You're now not having that same amount of confidence maybe for this offensive line. I don't know about you, but if I'm an offensive lineman and I'm going toe-to-toe with the 14th ranked team in the state and I'm holding them relatively well, that's going to boost my confidence a bit down the stretch.
Now, they did another misdirection play, but that time it seemed Westfield read that one pretty well. So we'll see as we move forward if they continue to do those misdirection plays and see Westfield continues to get better at stopping those misdirection plays.
Whitehead stole to the back of the end zone, intended for Washam, incomplete. On the coverage there was number 12, Carson Williams. After the incompletion, it's going to make it 3rd down. And about 11 to go, 11-16 left to go in this first half of play. Nimitz still knocking on the door, still showing signs of life. The Cougars not out of the Mustangs not out of the woods yet. Whitehead takes a snap, looking right. Going to throw across the middle. Pass intended once again for Washam. Washam's been his main target so far. Just hasn't come to fruition the past couple of possessions. And it's going to be 4th down. Now, here's decision time. You see a lot more coaches from all levels, from even Pee Wee all the way down to the NFL, making more and more gutsy calls. Do you go for it on 4th down or just take the points where you can?
It depends on, I guess, really how much confidence they have in their kicker and in the strength of his leg. But it looks like they feel they have a better chance of making it 1st down. So they look like they're going to go for it.
Let's see what they do. 4th and 11. Whitehead in the gun. Drops back. Looking right. Across the middle of the field to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Cougars. 4th down conversion. And the best way you can pretty much get it. And the Cougars on the board. 21-6 with 11:01 left to go. Coach, you seem like another Romo in the booth, making prediction after prediction. You're predicting penalties and you're predicting big-time plays for both of these teams. And the Cougars are still in this ballgame. 11:01 left to go. It's 21-6.
And like I said, all along this game, and even though the score is now 21-6, as Nimitz has done a good job of moving the ball, they're just making those key plays on those critical 3rd downs. But they made a big play on the 4th down, and the passing game has been there. It's just receivers are having trouble holding on to the ball. But in this play, they did a good job of the receiver did a good job of making a good catch, and it was a good throw by the quarterback. But I'm really impressed by the quarterback. He has a real good arm, and just the receivers just have to do a better job of holding on to the ball when he throws it to him. They did in their last play.
Whitehead and Allen connect for 6. After the field goal is no good, your new score. Well, 11:01 left to go this first half of play. The Cougars 6, the Mustangs 21. We'll be back after this short timeout. This is the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation on the Antler Sports Network.
Those fries you've been craving. I'm hot, and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem.
After the kickoff, it's a line drive kick. The PAT missed, and the Westfield Mustangs have an opportunity to bring it back. Taking this time is Palomo. Starting at about the 15-yard line. Trucks a man. It gets taken out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs with 10:52 left to go in this first half of play.
Zaylon Rogers. Also on the play, number
Rogers on that last tackle to bring Palomo out of bounds as head coach Matt Meekins in this Westfield offense try to back onto the field to try to keep this game as far away from the Cougars' grasp as possible, from the Cougars' paws, I guess you could technically say. 10:52 left to go in the second quarter. Both teams having all their timeouts. Ball at about the 37-yard line. Here's Hatter. Handoff up the middle. Immediately met by resistance at the line of scrimmage, and he might even lose a yard. No, they're going to mark him right at the original line of scrimmage. It's second down and a little bit of extracurricular activity around the 30-yard line. And it comes to a certain point, and I know we talk about this during our college football broadcast with the Texas College Steers back in East Texas, but it's okay. I like a little bit of chippiness in football. Of course, it's a lot of very athletic guys is hitting each other as hard as they can. It's not going to be sunshine, rainbows, and confection of sugar all the time. It's going to be a little bit of personality showing, a little bit of chippiness. So I'm here for it as long as it's under control. Hatter takes back on the option, gets to the far side at the top of your screen, finds a man downfield, making another man miss, makes two more men miss, and he might get the first down. The officials know they're going to mark him a yard short. Third down and about the length of a hair follicle to go. After the fantastic run there by this Westfield Mustang offense, they continue to march. 9:50 left to go in this second quarter of play.
And that's another Anthony Cathcart, number 17. I mean, him and Sonic Palomo. I see him. Here goes Hatter now.
Here's Hatter, the Mad Hatter, putting a little bit of magic in the pocket. He's along the 10, makes one man miss. The 5, touchdown. The Westlake Mustangs find the end zone yet again. The Hatter pulling a rabbit out of the hat and pulling his legs into the end zone for a sudden 6. 27-6, your new score. That touchdown for the Mustangs brought to you by HTO. HTO, your hometown drink stop, an official drink of the Antler Sports Network. Hatter said, okay, I can do it with my arms, handing the ball up and throwing the football. Let me show you guys what I can do with my legs again. 9.5 left to go on the PAT.
And like I stated previously, Jared, is that the Westfield offense is very explosive. I mean, it doesn't matter who gets the ball. If you're not really paying attention, they can break the play and take it to the house. We've seen it with number 4, number 17, with the quarterback. So the running backs haven't even broken out yet, but they've done a good job of running the ball. But it's very explosive. So I see, how Coach Meekins is doing us on side, try to get extra possession for the explosive offense.
Waiting the PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick is up higher than the flagpole and higher than gas prices. It's through the uprights and good. 9:31 left to go in the second quarter of play. The Mustangs 28, the Cougars 6. Back after this short break, you're watching Texas High School football on the ASA.
Those fries you've been craving. I'm hot and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Back with 9:31 left to go, barring the kick. The Westfield Mustangs on that last possession. The Mad Hatter pulling a magic touchdown run out of the hat as the end-over-end kick is up. Looks like it's going to be in the end zone again. And lo and behold, surprise, surprise, I feel like nobody would have guessed that the kick goes into the end zone again. The third touchback for this Westfield special teams department.
Well, we got a quick break before we start, so we have the first down on this next drive for Nimitz. I want to give a shout out to our spotter, Valencia DeCinto, who's my daughter, and she's appreciate her volunteering her time, and thanks for everything she's done for helping us with this broadcast.
We appreciate everyone that makes the Antler Sports Network broadcasts go as smooth as they may seem. And thank all of you watching, no matter where you are watching on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Twitter at Antler_SN, on Instagram at AntlerSportsNet, online at AntlerSN.com/schedule to find out when the ASN will be broadcasting a game near you. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If the Antler Sports Network channel hits 250 subscribers before the end of the month, I will shave my head live with our partnership with our fantastic guys over at Groomy Club. First down run, handoff up the middle along the hashes. It's going to be around a gain of 4. Second down and around 6 to go. Once again, this Nimitz offense, as you talked about, the misdirection, the run up between the tackles is working. Why try to fix what isn't broken?
Exactly. I would just say today, to Westfield, shows that they can defend it. And up to this point, they have not consistently. Another misdirection.
Here's a snap. Right out the outside again. Looks like they have yards and thrown back, and that's multiple flags. I feel like we've seen the flags thrown more than the football. I feel like we say this almost every broadcast. As flags thrown from almost every single direction, more yellow than a Chicago dog. On the field with 8:53 left to go in the second quarter of play.
Up to this point, Jared, there's been 8 flags, penalties in this game.
8 flags total. 8 flags. I think that might be a first half Antler Sports Network broadcast record. That flag is going to give some significant real estate to this Nimitz Cougar offense as they are just about to cross midfield across the spring lettering, spanning from 40 to 40 here at Leonard George Stadium. Stadium holds around 8,000 people. Accommodates the Spring ISD High School, and I'm assuming most likely middle school teams. Coach, could you talk about kind of this stadium and how important it is to the district?
Yes, it's very important. It's kind of a pillar of the community since it's one of the oldest stadiums in the area, not in the state, but the area. But then we do have some sub-varsity games here and also some soccer games. But almost all the middle school games are played on the campus, but we do host some of the middle school games at our Planet 4 Stadium in order to give those younger kids an idea of what it's going to be like when they get to the high school and get that experience.
Jake, and seeming like he didn't get with the program that last run, looks like he's trying to run a quick track meet here on the field as his next run is stuffed just short, gain of around 2 here. It's going to be third down now. Third down and around 2 to go on the 44-yard line with 8:10 and counting left to go. The Cougars down 28-6, still within striking distance, still plenty of football left to be played. And as we talked about earlier, if something works, why shy from it? Especially if this Westfield Mustang defense still has a couple opportunities to try to fix what they can fix on the defensive side. Here's the handoff yet again. They stuff well behind the line. That's going to be a loss of about 2. Speak of the devil, that Westfield defense crashing on this rushing attack. After the loss, it's going to result in a 4th down and about 4 to go, almost 5. That ball is going to be on the 46-yard line. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Another gutsy goal. The last time, I'm the smartest man in the world, but if you're 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions, and that one conversion you took resulted in 6, I like 6 points more than 0. Now, I'm not a greedy guy. I'm not a mathematician by any stretch of anyone's imagination, but I like 6 points more than 0.
And just make a note that was a running play, but it wasn't a misdirection play, and it seemed like Westfield stuffed that. So just making a mental note down. The success is seen when they do the misdirection.
And it looks like Coach Harmon and this Cougar offense want to try to talk things over. We'll try to talk things over here in the Kelly Tattoo broadcast booth back in 30 seconds. You're watching Texas High School Football on the ASN.
Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy workday? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old True Poway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee coffee, local.
Want to thank Mudslingers and Tyler Texas for being one of the long-time and OG sponsors, as some folks say, on the Antler Sports Network. We also want to thank all of our sponsors that we will recognize shortly for making the Antler Sports Network what it is today. Also want to thank the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association. Want to thank Coach Manning and Coach Jacinto to our immediate right here. And their fantastic partnership with the network. I feel like both organizations have definitely thrived. The Cougars are going to punt this away. There's a high kick, straight up kick. That ball's going to hit it around the 40-yard line, and the Cougars touch it. It's a live ball. Mustangs might have fallen on it, but no, the last person to fall on it was a Cougar number 40, Caleb Rogers, the junior defensive lineman. Falls back on the football, and that was just a bang-bang play for both teams. Almost Green Bay Packer-esque. Kick goes straight up in the air. No one wearing any resemblance of football equipment knows where the football is. It was just a mad dash to try to make something happen, but Westfield Mustangs will take back over 1st and 10 after the punt. They're ahead 28-6 here. 1st down and 10. Ball's going to be spotted around the 43-yard line.
Westfield's coming out in a what we call a diamond formation. One thing about the offensive coordinator for Westfield, he's very imaginative, and every game he'll bring some different type of look to the defense, something they haven't shown in previous games.
1st down run for the Mustangs. Gets to the outside. It's going to be a gain of around 5, almost about 6. I'll call it about 6. 6:40 left to go in the second quarter of play. Still waiting for the official marking here. They're going to call it 2nd down, and still showing 10 here at Leonard George Stadium. No, they're going to call it 2nd and 6, so 6 yards, a pretty good assessment.
Number 6, Eon Ellis.
Also on that last run, back in that diamond formation, trying to get the Cougars to jump. Flag thrown, and this could be a free play. Gets in the middle, has a little bit of room, gets the 1st down and some change. And this is going to be a 1st down, and they'll move the chains. Scott, the senior running back, gets up the middle on that amazing run. And a flag thrown in around the 49-yard line. Offsetting penalties, still resulting in a 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs as the clock continues to roll, and we would like to recognize our amazing sponsors. This second quarter brought to you by Kelly's Tattoos. 6:04 and counting left to go. Want to keep it here on the Antler Sports Network. For our Moody Agency Allstate Halftime Report, we'll have a special guest, and we'll recap what we saw so far. Allstate, are you going to get hands? Flag thrown once again. Handoff once again. Almost like you just hit a Madden rewind and almost the exact same play occurred, but it looks like they're going to get a couple of more extra yards. Made about 4 men miss. On that last run was number 17, Anthony Cathcart. Cathcart again. Cathcart almost like the buggies that you have at the buggies at Walmart. You just hop on the top and just whirl on by. Making his way up the field, getting yard for yard. 5:43 left to go, and we're still waiting to see what the result of the flag will be.
It was offsides on Nimitz.
Yet another offside penalty for both of these teams. Can't wait to hear the flag count. Some of our other statistics at the Moody Agency Allstate Halftime Report. We also want to thank Circle M Crawfish, the Drip Like Jesus Apparel line, East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust, Hoop Star Academy, Avenue Speak, and Casey Muse, HDO, and Tyler, our touchdown sponsor, Scotty Report, and head coach Matt Oswald, who we talked to early in the pregame as the tackle is made at around the 35-yard line. Tyler Rose Driving Center, where learning the rules of the road properly matters, and Thompson Tire and Services, the official chop shop of the Antler Sports Network. That last run resulting in a 3rd down and a 1 to go almost the length of the football, as the Mustangs continue to chop down the tree that is this Nimitz Cougar defense. So far, we saw earlier on that last offensive drive, sprinkled in a little bit of a hurry-up. This time, they've kind of drawn back on it, still slowing down, taking as much time as they can off the clock. Here's the handoff yet again. No, it's going to be a fake. It's going to be Hatter with it. Hatter's brought down. No, they're going to get it out just in time. It's going to be a 1st down and more. A flag is thrown. Multiple Cougars on the defensive to make the play. Another flag is thrown. That could be a late hit. It's going to be even more flags.
Well, I know Westfield probably going to have linemen downfield because it probably was a run play and him throwing a late pass. Looked like had 2 or 3 linemen past the line of scrimmage. As far as the first flag, I don't know about the second flag.
The second flag looks like it was on that far sideline. It looks like it might have been a late hit. Multiple Cougars, led by number 3, Corey Huff, on that play trying to bring down the open receiver. Hatter doing a great job of improvising on the offensive side, trying to get something to happen, but maybe might have been missing to try to throw the football away. One thing we saw last week in our contest between the Chaps of Westlake and the Cards of Oak Valley as the flag is waved off. The first flag is waved off. Another penalty called against the Cougars. Coach Harmon on the far side sideline talking to the line judge, not happy at all, showing his dismay to the official. I can even kind of hear a couple of slight boos from the far side sideline here from the Nimitz Cougars fans here showing their dismay as well. As the Cougars are penalized once again with 4:34 left to go in the second quarter of play. Your score still locked, 28-6. Cougars still have a chance to claw their way back into this game, no pun intended. Both teams were sitting at 2 timeouts, but Nimitz used a timeout in the latter half of the first quarter. They're sitting at 2 timeouts. Westfield head coach Matt Meekins, the second Meekins to coach this Westfield team. The second or the third? That's the second. Thank you, Coach, for confirming that. As we talked to Coach Meekins and the East Texas Benefits countdown to kickoff. The clock's rolling now, and here come the Mustangs yet again. Hatter rolls out to his left. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and that's yet again another Westfield touchdown brought to you by HTO and Tyler. HTO, your hometown drink stop, an official sip of the Antler Sports Network. 4:20 left to go. The Westfield Mustangs take a 34-6 lead as they prepare for the PAT. The clock stops. Looks like yet another flag is thrown. A rogue flag is thrown at about the 3 or 2 yard line as the officials convene at about the 15-yard line.
It looked like it may be taunting Westfield. But wait for the signal. No, picking it up.
Flag is waved off. A touchdown will stand.
And that was Anthony Cathcart on that touchdown reception. So it's just like having just taking turns, either going to Palomo or going to Cathcart. Like I said, going into this game, those are the two guys that are very explosive. Not very tall, not very big, but very fast, very shifty, and very dangerous.
Cathcart rolling his way into the end zone after the almost back shoulder throw from Hatter. As the Mustangs await the PAT with 4:20 left to go. The Cougars trying to force him to jump. Barrels through the O-line of the Mustangs. The kick is up, through, and good. Your new score, 4:20 left to go in this first half of play. The Mustangs 35, the Cougars 6. Back in 1 minute. You're watching Texas High School Football on the Antler Sports Network.
Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy workday? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old True Poway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee.
Kickoff brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, the official mechanic of the Antler Sports Network. 4:20 left to go in this second quarter of play. 35-6. The Mustangs, number 14 in the state, putting the advantage over the Cougars of Aldine Nimitz. Coach, what did you see from the Mustangs on that last possession? I know you talked about the depth that they have, the athleticism that they have. They might have the size, but they have the speed. As the Cougars take this kickoff back, what did you like from that last Mustang possession?
Well, just showing a different formation. So when you do things like that, it keeps the defense in balance. And as a result of that formation, that's where Cathcart was able to come free off of play action, and he was wide open when got the ball to him. And I think that was just something that the defense didn't make the adjustment with the new formation.
Let's see if Coach Harmon and this Cougar offense and defense can make the adjustments necessary to keep this a ball game. 35-6 still left to go. 4:15 after the kickoff, and they'll be well inside their own territory here. They're going to mark it at about the 13-yard line. First down and 10. This Cougar offense led by their quarterback, Brandon Whitehead. Whitehead and his running back tandem. By number 23, Joseph Sanders, who made his mark early in the first quarter. Jenkins with him now this time. Heck of a throw outside of the flag. Are they going to call it complete? Yes, they will. Pass complete to Washam. Washam washing this Westfield secondary, wax on, wax off, stays inbounds, first down, moving the chains, 4:04, and counting left to go in the second quarter. Washam has been I'd say so far, the best target that Whitehead has in his quiver of arrows in this receiving and running back core so far. Jenkins, the back here, once again, is going to stand to the left of Whitehead. One tight end, one slot receiver, long receiver at the top of your screen. Here's the snap. Let me hand off to Jenkins again. Jenkins immediately met, going to stay on his feet. Might have gotten to the original line of scrimmage, and they say he will. It's going to be second down after no gain.
It seems like Westfield defense has kind of made the adjustments needed for this misdirection, because the last few misdirection run plays have not been as successful as it was early in the game. So maybe that was something that Nimitz hadn't showed in the previous games that Westfield had to make adjustments to. But it seems like the last few times they've done a better job of defending that misdirection play.
And for both of these teams, this is where true coaching shines. Here's the Whitehead, takes the shotgun snap, gonna get it up in the air, no flag. Yes, the pass interference is called. That pass intended for number 4, Washam. Guess who yet again? As Washam couldn't watch the Westfield secondary off of him, and the officials will throw their laundry onto the field as a flag is thrown, and I'm 99.998% sure that can be pass interference unless there's a rule or a play or something I just don't know about.
Preliminary signal from the official. Pass interference against Westfield.
The cornerback was in good position, but he was doing a little pushing while the ball was in the air. So I see where the referees why they made that call. You cannot have contact with the receiver while the ball is in the air, even though he was in good position.
After the penalty, that'll continue to move this Cougar offense forward. Ball to 33 now, first down and 10 after the penalty. 3:07 left to go. Play clock runs. Whitehead has a tight end, a slot receiver, and a back to his right. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Looking across the middle's got a man. It's tipped. Looks like he might have been intercepted. Back just calls it incomplete. You can tell those Westfield Mustangs are not happy after not getting the interception. Whitehead getting lucky there that the Mustangs couldn't corral the pass that was intended for number 1, Noah Allen. Allen, the senior receiver, just couldn't get his mitts on it.
And that was the exact same play that they ran for a touchdown. It was a different receiver. The ball was slightly behind. But I still felt he probably should have made that play. But the play was open. But that's the same play they scored a touchdown.
Same ingredients, different cake. After the incompletion, is going to be second down. It's in. Here's the handoff to Jenkins. Again, bounces off a couple tackles. He is level. Drilled at around the 40-yard line, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10. This is the third play of this initial drive after the penalty, and Nimitz is unable to move the football, whether forwards or backwards. This Westlake defense has definitely hunkered down. Almost looks like a completely different defense from the beginning of this first quarter, when it seemed like Nimitz were pretty much having their way with the run game. Let's see if Nimitz responds. Here's Whitehead in the gun, has it back to his right, drops back to pass, looking right, makes a throw across the middle again, intended for Allen. Allen looking back at his quarterback like, was that intended for me? Instead, it falls into the turf here at Leonard George Stadium as the Cougars face another 4th down. Looks like they're going to send the punt team back out with 2:20 left to go in the second.
Westfield brought some pressure on that situation, so it kind of hurried the quarterback, and that's why even though the receiver was open, his throw was not accurate because Westfield brought some pressure to him, and he felt a little bit hurried with his pass.
You know, I didn't play much football. I only played football in middle school. I was a basketball guy. If I was a quarterback, I'd be a little intimidated seeing those black uniforms swarming at me every 5 seconds, almost instantly. Doesn't matter how good of or how big of an O-line you have. Those are big dudes down there in the trenches from both teams.
Yes, sir.
Here's the kick. An over-end kick. Crosses midfield. Is going to bounce at about the 40-yard line, and it's going to be taken at about the 38. And that's about where Westfield will take over for what could be the final drive of this first half of play. First down and 10 for the Mustangs with 2:12 left to go in this first quarter. Be sure to keep it here after the clock hits 0. We'll take a short break, and we will commence the Moody Agency All-State Halftime Report. Brought to you by the Moody Agency, Frenchie Jones, and Allstate. Allstate, are you in good hands? Maybe both of these teams look like they might need some Allstate to ensure that they have good hands on the receiving and the secondary end of the football.
Yes, sir. There was a holding on Nimitz, but it looked like I don't know if they're going to decline and take it, or is going to accept it at the end of the play, or re-kick. That's what they're discussing on. They look they're going to take the play.
Nimitz defense already set up 3 down linemen standing already at about the 40-yard line. It looks like that's what they'll do. Ball's going to be at the 38-yard line now. Moving from left to right on your device.
The officials spark the ball at their 38-yard line. It's first down and 10.
As you can hear from the PA announcer here, it is indeed first down and 10.
And it looks like Westfield's coming back to that diamond formation that they showed in the previous drive.
Here's Hatter. Going to take it back himself. Takes a heck of a shot downfield. He's got a man space, and he's got it! Amazing throw inside the 5-yard line. Hatter pulling another rabbit out of the hat with the magical throw downfield. Pass is complete to number 10, Bryson Balka. Balka listed as a defensive lineman on our roster. Can't really tell.
57-yard pass completion from Hatter.
Check that, the pass complete to number 18, Jordan James.
And Jordan James is the backup because the normal receiver, the starting receiver at that position, he's going to be held out for the next 2 weeks. He's having some lower leg issues.
Looks like the Musts are going to hold some real estate in the end zone for a touchdown. One official's calling it dead, but the head official's going to call it a touchdown, so we'll call it a touchdown as well. A touchdown sponsored by HTO and Tyler. HTO, your hometown drink stop. An official sip the Antler Sports Network news scoreboard, the PAT. Mustangs 41, the Cougars 6. As a helmet pops off, and it seems that a Nimitz Cougar is down. Trying to get up under his own power. Try to get a number on him and make sure he's okay. Hopefully we'll get an update on him as the game transpires.
And as you said, as the game's going along, Jared, one of the things you, when you're playing against an explosive offense like Westfield with so many weapons, you can't go 3 and out and give them the ball there quick because, like you said, there's only 2 minutes left, but they only use 20 seconds and they're in the end zone. So Nimitz is going to see about making some adjustments to do a better job of ball control to keep the ball away from Westfield because they're very explosive.
The injured Nimitz Cougars seem to be number 25, Deion White, the senior defensive back, limping, but still running on his own power. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Try to get an update on him as soon as we can. As Dimas gets ready for the PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick is up over the bend, over my vehicle, and over the latest interest rates, but not over that flag that was thrown at the end of the play. A minute 41 left. The officials just can't seem to get a break. I hope they had arm day today because they've had a heck of a time throwing these flags so far. All of them, the Zebras convene at about the 10-yard line. Looks like it might have been once again some extracurriculars after the play. And I hate to get this way because it's very rare that it gets to that point because these are still young adults. These are young men and women that participate in these contests in almost every sport. And you don't want to see this. You really don't want to see this. As a parent, a coach, a teammate, the play is over. Just get to your sideline and get it back on the field. To me, that's the joy of football. If you're mad at somebody, you're fully padding, you can hit the mess out of them. That's the joy of the sport. So if the play is over, just get off the field, let bygones be bygones, get to the next play, get them back the right way.
Yeah, totally agree. Because penalties like that in a close game would be very detrimental to the team and something that you don't want to do. And then as you go moving on later on the season and playoffs, those things can be very critical in a close game that can make the difference in you winning the game, moving on to the next round.
Mustangs get ready to kick things back off from the 40-yard line. 1:41 left to go in the second quarter of play. Here's Dimas. If I was a betting man, I'd say if he could probably pull a Stephen Hoska and put the ball through the uprights on a place kick. See how this goes. Here's the kick. It's a line drive kick. That's the power. Just doesn't have the distance. As this is about in the center of the end zone for a touchback. 1:41 left to go, and the Cougars will take back over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line after Dimas puts the ball back into the end zone. The Antler Sports Network is commemorating October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As you can see, the pink glow on our scoreboard. We're also participating with our partners over at Grooming Club. If our YouTube page hits 250 subscribers before the end of the month, I, the founder, Jared Jones, will shave bald live before or after our next broadcast. Be sure to go to our YouTube page and subscribe so we can hit that mark before the end of the month for a great cause. I want to thank, once again, Groomie Club and Athletic Brewing Company. The Maids and Tapes Without the Alcohol, our two newest partners here on the Antler Sports Network. Be sure to go to antlersn.com to check both of those organizations out. 1st and 10, run here to the outside is Jenkins with it. Jenkins getting brought down is going to be a loss of around 1 or almost 2 after forward progression. Baltimore Mustangs pursuing Jenkins on that run. 1:26 and counting left to go in the second quarter of play. Seems like both teams not necessarily in a rush to get back to the line of scrimmage. I would assume after all the running that both these teams have been doing, no matter how high ranked you are or how athletic you are, everybody gets tired. Everybody gets tired.
And it's very, it seems like, I know Westfield has 3 timeouts, but it seems like Coach Meek is going to let them just run the clock out because he could very well take advantage of those 3 timeouts, get the ball back again, and maybe, and as explosive as they are, maybe score before half, and knowing that they're going to get the ball again in the start second half.
Wide hands, hand off to Jenkins. Corralled after the, almost looks like no gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 once again.
On the tackle, number 10,
Clock is stopped, but this might be one of those timeouts that you were alluding to. Timeout taken by head coach Meekins and the Mustangs. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. You're watching an Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation on the Antler Sports Network. Back after the Mustang timeout, we'd like to remind you guys to go to antlersn.com/schedule to be up to date on when the Antler Sports Network will be broadcasting a game near you. Our next broadcast in 2 weeks, we're heading to the DF Dub as we get ready for the Diamond Hill Jarvis Eagles taking on and visiting the Wildcats of Kennedale. Jared Jones, President Jacinto of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coach Association, to my right here in the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast booth. 41 seconds left. Whitehead in the gun, has it back to his right, Drops back, looking right, gets hit as he throws. Almost intercepted. The ball hits the ground, and that's 2 opportunities for Westfield to add 2 turnovers to their total, as the official on the far side says the ball did indeed hit the ground. And it seems like the defender that was about to make the play, number 17, Anthony Cathcart, just stands in absolute awe, almost looking to ask his hands, why have you failed me so? As he couldn't bring down the interception as the Cougars face 4th and 12 with 35 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Coach Meekins taking that timeout. Both teams going to get 2 timeouts each. 35 seconds left, 23 seconds. 35 seconds left, 25 seconds on the play clock. These are situations you look for in practice. You have just a little bit of time and about half of the field to go to try to score. Barring this kick, of course, it's a pretty good kick. Gets past midfield, and it's going to get a heck of a Nimitz bounce inside the 40. Looks like it's going to get right at the 30-yard line, and it does. But the officials are going to mark it at the 33-yard line, and a flag is thrown, and a Cougar player has his helmet off. I wasn't even paying attention to the ball, but what in the world is going on? Why does a player have his helmet off 10 to 15 yards away from the football? Let the play go, guys. Let the play go. And I hate to get this way on the air, but you get sick of it after a while. Just let the play go. It's 23 seconds left in the half. You're about to get in the locker room, get your Gatorade, your drink, your Capri Sun, whatever you want to sip on in the locker room, do you. But just play football. Leave the drama at home. Leave it in the locker room. Leave it on the bus, mind you. Just don't even bring it to the stadium at all. Play football.
Westfield will have the ball. The officials will spot it at their 33-yard line.
Looks like the penalty might have been called against the Mustangs here.
And maybe that's why his helmet was off. Maybe they did pull his helmet off, and not so much that he pulled it off, but it seems like Westfield was the one that incurred by the penalties that did something that really upset that young man.
penalty is going to move them even deeper within their own territory. That after the flag, the ball is going to be at almost at about the 18-yard line, it appears to be. We're going to mark it the 17. We'll call it the 17. Either way it goes, first down and 10, 23 seconds left. Before the penalty, you feel like you were in pretty decent field position. A little over half the field to go. But this offense is relatively easy. But now you're even deeper in your own territory. Your back's almost against the wall. And surprise, surprise, yet another flag is thrown.
Yeah, it looked like the left guard for Westfield moved early.
There's been so many flags from these officials, I almost mistaken them for the color guard so far tonight. Adam pushed the Mustangs back yet again.
Just interesting to see what Westfield's going to do. If they're really going to try with all these weapons that they're going to try to score again. They do have 2 timeouts, but we saw in the last series they scored in 15 seconds.
They definitely have the speed to do so. Here's Hatter looking deep, gets to the flat, finds his man. Palomo gets out of bounds, wisely stops the clock, and almost takes out the points at trash can around the 45-yard line, but luckily avoids it. 15 seconds left, and there you go again, Coach. You had another prediction. 15 seconds on the clock. You said they scored in 15 seconds. Let's see if they can copy-paste the same possession they had the last time they had 15 seconds.
And they have also with the great kicker like Demas, you know, he might be just trying to get in field goal position to give him a chance to see with that strong leg.
Here's Hatter. Rolls out to his left. Looking downfield. Met with pressure. Has him in the middle of the field, but he is popped right at midfield with 4 seconds left. All my Cowboys fans, it might be a little deja vu, but they do get the timeout off in time, and we'll take it with them. 4 seconds left to go. Let's see what Coach Meekins has in his deck of cards. Let's see what cards he draws. Back after this, you're watching Texas High School football on the ASN.
Car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network.
These explosive playmakers try to make a play.
Let's see what Coach Meekins is drawing up for his Mustangs out of the timeout. One back to Hatter's right. Trying to make him jump offside to get a couple of extra yards. Maybe even try to set up a field goal. We know the kicker has a leg for it. 2 slot receivers. The Cougars pushing their secondary back, looking to rush 3. Hatter is going to get it out to the flat. Has a man downfield. And is going to get almost pretty much absolutely nowhere as we see a little bit more pushing and shoving at the top of your screen, and that concludes your first half of play. The Mustangs 42, the Cougars 6. Back another short timeout, and we'll get ready for the All-State Moody Agency halftime report. You're watching the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation on the Antler Sports Network.
I'm those fries you've been craving. I'm hot, and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
Nippet Golf utilizes true golf simulators to cater to the avid golfer and those new to the sport. With True Golf technology offering advanced analytics. Feeling hungry? Try the Knockout Pizza, Parmesan Crusted Pretzel Bites, or the T-Box Tacos. Bring your own clubs for parties, corporate events, fundraisers, league play, and more. Take the green on 97 prestigious courses. Learn the game of golf from PGA Tour champion and Hallsville native Roy Pace. Enjoy a day out with friends and family with hourly passes and memberships available. Nippet Golf Longview, 414 West Loop 281.
Welcome into the Allstate Moody Agency Halftime Report, brought to you by Allstate, Frenchie Jones, and the Moody Agency. Allstate, are you in good hands? 42-6 is your score between the 14th ranked Mustangs and the Aldine Cougars. And with us, we have a very special guest, the superintendent of Spring ISD, Ms. Hinojosa. Thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with us here on the Antler Sports Network. I would like to extend the greatest thank you for speaking with us today as we get ready for the second half of play.
Absolutely. It's a great honor. A great honor to have you all out here, and especially to see our Westfield Mustangs, doing an amazing job tonight.
You definitely have to be proud of this Mustang team and what they've done so far, holding a 42-6 lead here at Leonard George Stadium, built in first opened in 1968. Over 30 years of experience in education. What are some of the tools and lessons that you've taken from that to see over an independent school district with a multitude of schools at almost every single level? Of course, you have Spring at Decaney and Westfield. That's just at the high school level. What are the lessons, some of the things that you've learned to help you be over such an amazing district?
I have to say I've been blessed. Started out as a bilingual teacher, a daughter of immigrants, first generation Mexican American. And so having been in education for 30 years, I've had almost every position you can imagine. And so that's given me a really good understanding of, what teachers need to be able to do, what support that they need, what do principals need, and ultimately, the operations of a district. I also have to say that I don't do this alone. We do have an amazing senior leadership team, and at the end of the day, my responsibility is to ensure that teachers have what they need every single day, because that's where the real learning happens.
I like how you touched on your Mexican-American descent. Talk about the honor of being someone with your background, with your roots, and such a prominent position, being the superintendent of one of the most prestigious school districts in the state of Texas. How does it feel to know that you are a role model for people that want to be in your position one day?
I have to say it's really an honor. And I also have to say, my parents really stress the importance of education. And so as I, work on a daily basis with our teachers, with our administrators, and most importantly, as I work with our students, I make sure that they understand that through education, you can achieve your dreams. And I am living my parents' dreams. They poured into me. They made sure that I had a solid foundation. And then that's what I, do here in Spring. It's my responsibility, 34,200 students. That's my responsibility to ensure they're getting an excellent, equitable education. That's something that no one can ever take away from me.
Well, very well spoken. We really appreciate what you do for the students. One last thing. Of course, this presentation here on the Antler Sports Network is brought to you by the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coach Association. Coach Acito is the president of that organization. It's also your athletic director.
Yes.
Talk about what Coach Acito has done. You can see here directly across from us the glowing lights of Planet Ford Stadium. Talk about the athletic department here at Spring ISD.
Absolutely. I have to tell you, we've got an amazing athletic program, and that has been built over many years. And Coach Jacinto has been with us almost 8 years. Started out as the assistant and now promoted to the director of our athletic program. And one of the things we are so proud of is that we focus on student athletes, that we focus on their academic achievement and then, of course, on their athleticism and making sure that we provide what they need. And so here we are in one of our older stadium, but through a bond back in 2016, our parents, our community voted for this bond, and we were able to build the Planet Ford Stadium, an amazing stadium that is a tribute to, the work that our community does every single day and the faith and commitment that they have in our students for their excellence.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
Well, I just have to say, we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, celebrating all the accomplishments that so many Latinos have brought to this country. And for us in Spring ISD, we celebrate our diversity. We are multicultural, very diverse, but one district. And so celebrating our heritage and our culture here in Spring ISD.
And Superintendent, once again, thank you so much for hosting the Antler Sports Network, and thank you so much for what you do for the community, the parents, most importantly, the kids. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be back after this short break. You tune in to the Allstate Moody Agency Halftime Report, presented by Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are mighty, annoying. And you are so tired from playing defense against us that your focus is about to ride the bench. Go, go, go. Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Come on, come on. And if you have cut rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Awesome.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready-for-game-day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
Hello to all my entrepreneurs and business owners. I am the Carlos Leguizamo, CEO and owner of Order Digital. We are a creative service agency that focuses on multimedia, marketing, and branding for your business or brand. We have shifts running 24/7 to suit your schedule and work with all budgets to bring your ideas to reality and raise them to the golden standard in your industry. Look for us on Google and all social media platforms. Also, hablamos español. Thank you and God bless.
To make winning decisions, you need a championship team in your corner. Monument Realty, led by Anthony Hyder, is that championship team. With countless houses sold in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you're sure to score the right abode for you and your family. If finding the perfect home is in your future's game plan, then Monument Realty and Anthony Hyder are your perfect play call to get the job done. Monument Realty in Frisco, Texas, the official realtor company of the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and the Antler Sports Network. The rules of the road must be taught the proper way to ensure the highways and byways of the great state of Texas are safe for generations to come. If you're a teen or young adult looking to gain a license or just looking to refine your knowledge and skills, Tyler Rose Driving Center is the gold standard to getting the best behind the wheel results no matter your age or experience. Schedule classes over the phone at 903-535-7777. Tyler Rose Driving Center, located in the Green Acre Shopping Center next to Little Caesars, committed to safety, satisfaction, and service with a smile. Nimitz Golf utilizes true golf simulators to cater to the avid golfer and those new to the sport. With True Golf technology offering advanced analytics. Feeling hungry? Try the Knockout Pizza, Parmesan Crusted Pretzel Bites, or the T-Box Tacos. Bring your own clubs for parties, corporate events, fundraisers, league play, and more. Take the green on 97 prestigious courses. Learn the game of golf from PGA Tour champion and Hallsville native Roy Pace. Enjoy a day out with friends and family with hourly passes and memberships available. Nimitz Golf Longview, 414 West Loop 281. Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy workday? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old True Poway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee, local connections.
Jared Jones back here with you in the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast booth for the Allstate Moody Agency Halftime Report presented by Allstate. Are you in good hands? Both of these teams, about 9 minutes left to go, showing on the clock here at Leonard George Stadium before both of these ball clips hit the field once again as the Mustangs of Westfield are ahead 42-6. Our stat of the half brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, the number 16. Will that be first downs? Turnovers, penalties, yes, you would be correct. 16 penalties for both of these teams. Nimitz currently sitting at 9. Westfield currently sitting at 7. That is our stat of the half, brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services and Tyler. For now, we'll just let you guys enjoy the band. Currently on the field is the Nimitz Cougar High School Band. The Antler Sports Network does not reserve any rights into the music played. You're tuned in to the All-State Halftime Report, brought to you by Allstate and the Moody Agency. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Officer of the Week, Lauren Braxton. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Nimitz Starboard Angels as they perform their Palm to Cold Hearted. The Angels would like to thank Cane's, XO Quill, Patronus, and Grill for sponsoring the Nimitz Starboard Angels. Now entering the field, please welcome the Nimitz High School Band. Tonight, the Nimitz Band will be performing the first and second movement of their UIL program entitled Under the Moonlight. Band members of the week are Kendra Merrill and Juan Perez. The band is led on the field by drum majors Rachel Ramirez and Francisco Rivera.
Go.
You work hard to protect the things you love, your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just as hard to ensure your protection during these trying times. Our experts are trained to find the best policies tailored to any budget, but at the best insurance agency in Tyler by the people who make us who we are. Book a free consultation today at easttexasbenefits.com. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. A Better Business Bureau A+ accredited business. Nimitz Golf utilizes True Golf simulators to cater to the avid golfer and those new to the sport. With True Golf technology offering advanced analytics. Feeling hungry? Try the Knockout Pizza, Parmesan Crusted Pretzel Bites, or the T-Box Tacos. Bring your own clubs for parties, corporate events, fundraisers, league play, and more. Take the green on 97 prestigious courses. Learn the game of golf from PGA Tour champion and Hallsville native Roy Pace. Enjoy a day out with friends and family with hourly passes and memberships available. Nimitz Golf Longview, 414 West Loop 281. To make winning decisions, you need a championship team in your corner. Monument Realty, led by Anthony Hyder, is that championship team. With countless houses sold in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you're sure to score the right abode for you and your family. If finding the perfect home is in your future's game plan, then Monument Realty and Anthony Hyder are your perfect play call to get the job done. Monument Realty in Frisco, Texas, the official realtor company of the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and the Antler Sports Network. Need to add some zip to your morning? Need something to get you through a busy workday? Or maybe something refreshing on a hot afternoon? Mudslingers of Tyler can get you a handcrafted drink for any occasion. Mudslinger serves fresh coffee and espresso roasted right here in East Texas by the Collie Dog Coffee Company. They have over 40 flavors you can mix into a custom coffee, soda, refresher, smoothie, or energy drink. They even offer tasty snacks if you need a quick bite. Ditch the big chain overpriced drinks for something locally owned and delicious. Find them on the Loop and Old True Poway by Green Acres Bowl. Follow them on social media for deals and updates. Mudslingers of Tyler, local coffee, local connections.
Beautiful day, huh? Dinner time!
Time for another?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm in the metaverse, bundling my home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. Watch this.
I still don't get it. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
The rules of the road must be taught the proper way to ensure the highways and byways of the great state of Texas are safe for generations to come. If you're a teen or young adult looking to gain a license or just looking to refine your knowledge and skills, Tyler Rose Driving Center is the gold standard to getting the best behind the wheel results no matter your age or experience. Schedule classes over the phone at 903-535-7777. Tyler Rose Driving Center, located in the Green Acre Shopping Center next to Little Caesars, committed to safety, satisfaction, and service with a smile.
Hello, my name is Tarnisha.
My name's Anthony.
And we own Drip Like Jesus. Drip stands for devote, reach, influence people, just like Jesus did. Each one of our apparel has a scripture on the back that goes with the design. It's our cool way of spreading the gospel and looking fly.
We are located in Stonebriar Mall in Frisco and also online at www.driplikejesus.com. So feel free to go online and shop or come check us out in Frisco. And thank you for helping us spread the gospel.
those fries you've been craving. I'm hot, and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are mighty. Annoying. And you are so tired from playing defense against us that your focus is about to ride the bench. Go, go, go. Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Come on, come on. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Awesome.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready-for-game-day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
Pedro de los Reyes with the kickoff for Nimitz. Number 4, Deshaun Palomo on the return. A 27-yard return, and it'll give the Westfield Mustangs the football. The officials spot the ball at their 42-yard line. It's first down.
All right, okay, man. Okay, masks off. Okay, use the restroom. Start heading down in groups. Wait for your chaperone. Wait for a chaperone. Go down the left side. Vests off.
PJ Hatter's pass is incomplete. The intended receiver, number 17, Anthony Cathcart. Defending for Nimitz, number 11, Chris Carter. Here's down the ball carrier. A gain of 5. On the tackle, number 11, Chris Carter. Flag on the field. The pass from PJ Hatter complete. Making the catch, number 19, Austin Abram. Penalty flag on the field. Defending for the Cougars, number 3, Corey Huff. It brings up 4th down, 15 yards to go for Westfield. The punt fielded by number 92, Jalen Bradley. 18-yard punt. And the officials spot the football at the 45-yard line of Nimitz, where the Cougars have the ball. First down and 10. Number 21, Landon Jenkins, the ball carrier. No gain on the play. On the tackle, number 31, Keyshawn Monroe. Second down and 10, Cougars. Whitehead's pass is complete. Making the catch, number 5, Darius Key. A gain of 4. Third down and 6. Cougars. Whitehead's pass is incomplete. The intended receiver, number 4, Cameron Washington. The heading for Westfield, number 31, Keyshawn on the road. No Allen in one formation for Westfield, number 11 yards. First down, Westfield. On the tackle, number 3, Corey Huff. Penalty flag on the field after the play. The penalty is against Westfield. The official spotted at their 34-yard line. First down and 17. There's a fumble on the play. Westfield retains possession of the football. Number 17, Anthony Cathcart with the football. Touchdown, Westfield. The man from DJ Header. Touchdown pass Foye, and number 3, Corey Huff.
Something that then puts them behind the chains, and when you get with good competition, as you get deep in the playoffs, those teams will make you pay. It's going to be a whole lot harder to convert first downs offensively, but also kids sustain drives when those are defensive penalties.
Shotgun snap, taking up the middle, heck of a run right along the hash, and it comes back outside. It's Jenkins again. He's brought down just past the first down line to gain, and that'll move the chains. 6:59 left to go, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Cougars. That run offense is working, and as the old saying goes, I know we say this pretty often, but it's tried and true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And just like the first half, they've done a pretty good job of running the football, but it's just being the consistency when they get in their third and long, it just makes it a little bit harder to convert.
Jenkins handoff again, and this time he's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. As the extracurriculars continue on the far side, and another flag is thrown. At this point, I feel like injections are the perfect thing to just end the top field. That's really the most tame way I can describe it. With 6:29 left to go in the third. As you can see at the top of the screen there, the play didn't end as soon as the whistle blew. Last time I checked, that's illegal. Personal foul called against the Mustangs. Another personal foul called against the Cougars. Those penalties will offset. But there's going to be second down now as the Cougars go to their respective sidelines, maybe to try to regroup and get something going here as they face second down, intend to go from the 33-yard line after the run from Jenkins. Clock rolling now, as you can hear the Westfield Mustang band to our immediate left here at the Kelly Tattoos broadcast with the Leonard George Stadium, holding 8,000, opening back in 1968. Here's Whitehead back to his right, takes a snap, looking right, steps up in the pocket, met by pressure. He is smacked at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a big-time loss. At that point, you just have to throw the ball away. He had to light up a man downfield. Looks like he had Allen downfield again. If he would have had one more second to try to get that throw off, I feel like that could have been a very big play for the Cougar offense.
And I think that's been like their most, the same route, that post route has been where they've been most successful with our game. And he was open, but like you said, the pressure got to him and didn't have quite enough time to get the ball off.
5:40 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Ball to 33 after the sack. It's 3rd and 15. Looking down the middle again. Has a man just outside of his hands. That pass was intended for Washam again. He had 6 targets in the second quarter alone. Most of those targets, majority of them coming in the latter half of the second quarter. Looks like the target continues. Pass, however, is incomplete, and that's going to be 4th down at 15 in this punting time for the Cougars of Nimitz. And Coach, you have a score update. I know we talked about a game over at Planet Ford City. Do you have the final score for us?
Yes, Spring won 62-0 over Aldine. That was didn't seem like it was a game that was very, not very competitive, but Aldine's in a rebuilding mode, and this looked like Spring had the best of them tonight.
Here comes the punt, going to be received at about the 30-yard line, and it is corralled. Taking the outside, he's got a little bit of space, needs to turn upfield there, and he does. He's laying along the numbers now, needs an extra block. Stutter steps, juice left, and he's brought down right before midfield, and that is a picture-perfect return from Palomo. Palomo showing that he is the Swiss Army knife of this Westfield team. When I see you smiling to my right here, Coach, it almost seems like, yeah, we know. 5:08 left to go as Westfield looks to take it back over 1st and 10 after Palomo gets them in prime field position right at the 50-yard line. Other than 6 points, that is the picture-perfect kick return.
And just like I've been saying just all year long, Palomo's just been very explosive, very dynamic. You put the ball in his hand, he's going to make something positive happen.
And even when he makes makes mistakes as he has. One thing about the kid, he makes up for it almost immediately. The following drive, he tries to make up for it. Hatter, handoff up the middle, shoots left. He's got a couple blocks upfield. If he can stay on his feet, and he does. It might be a foot race if he turns the corner. At the 30, gets taken out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And it'll be a fresh set of downs yet again as the clock freezes at 4:52. Yeah, they're going to stop it right at 4:52. Might have let a couple of extra seconds tick off the clock.
There's another flag. It looks like it may be a personal foul. Or sportsmanlike conduct on Nimitz.
Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if there was no sportsmanlike conduct penalty on any of these teams. Maybe we might get a sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Who knows? Maybe the people selling that from the cassette stand might get a sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Illegal cheese distribution, concession stand, $15 penalty. After the flag, the ball gets moved up. The official standing at about the 10-yard line. The official standing right at the 10-yard line. That's just like this where the ball would be. Check that. It'll be at the 11. First down and 10.
One of the things it may be one of the reasons why there's a lot of tripping going on the field is that there's such familiarity between all the Aldine teams and the spring teams being with so close proximity that they are very knowledgeable of each other and they played against each other since Pop Warner. So there's going to be, it's kind of like
an inter-district rivalry as Hatter takes the option into the end zone yet again for another HTO touchdown. HTO, the official sip the Yellow Sports Network and your hometown drink stop. That'll make the score barring the PAT 55-6. As Hatter looks like he was going to try to get an outside handoff to his back to the left, but the play broke down and he still made something happen and really made it happen the best way he can. Gets in the end zone for 6 with 4:24 left to go in the third quarter. And that's the benefit of having a dual threat quarterback like Hatter. You hear dual threat quarterback thrown out all the time at the college and professional level. But to have a man like Hatter that can throw the ball like he can, find his receivers, make mistakes and bounce back and be able to use his legs to get it for easy scores. If you're head coach Meekins, you're pretty much set to go on your offense. You don't have to worry about anything as the PAT is up and through. Your new score, 4:24 left to go. The Mustangs 56, the Cougars 6. Back in 1 minute, you're watching Texas High School football on the ASN.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
I'm in the metaverse, bundling my home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. Watch this.
I still don't get it. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Left to go in the third quarter of play, barring the kickoff after the Hatter 11-yard touchdown rush goes in the end zone for a sudden 6, 56-6 left to go. Mustangs ready to kick things away, most likely going to be a touchback. The ball sails in the air at Leonard Georgia Stadium. Surprise, surprise, another touchback. The Cougars will take over first and 10, the 25-yard line. Coach Jacinto, you've been coaching for a while. You've seen teams at every stage of their respective lifespans, I guess you could say. What can the Cougars hang on to? What success can they continue to build as the clock ticks away?
Well, it seems that, the running game, it seems like Westfield made some adjustments with the running game, so it's not been as successful as it was in the first half. But the receivers seem to be open in the passing game. It's just they get pressure on the quarterback's face, or there might be an accuracy on some of the plays. But the receivers are open. If you can just they just be a little bit more efficient, because receivers seem to be open and just be work on the efficiency of it. They might have some more success. But it seems like the receivers are open.
Official stops the clock. Can't really tell what happening on that far side sideline. Looks like a couple of adjustments are being made. Still no clue. As we take a look at the Westfield Mustang band here at Leonard Georgia Stadium. officials seem to be making a change to the clock there. Coach going to give us a little bit of input as to what's going on. Seems like the official trying to send to the timekeeper here on what needs to happen. As the clock now showing 3:50.
But, he probably just stopped the clock, let some time on the clock, but instead of just getting the correct time on the clock.
Here comes Whitehead now. Shotgun snap goes out to his right. Has a man across the middle, turns, and no! Looks like it's going to be a pass interference call. That pass was intended for Washam again. Had it for a couple of seconds, but it was batted down. Looks like the officials say it was a little bit too much contact as they tried to come down. And Washam did a great job on double coverage. You talked about those receivers and what they've done. They just keep on proving you right. They're getting open. They're making big-time plays. Just have to follow through on it with 3:43 left to go in the third.
Exactly. It's like just agreeing with you and just explain what we talked about. The receivers getting open. It's just being efficient and finishing off the play.
Once again, we'd like to remind you that the Antler Sports Network is commemorating Breast Cancer Awareness Month with our partners over at Ruby Club. If the network YouTube channel hits 250 subscribers, I will shave my head live before or after a broadcast. Jenkins on that last run, going to be a gain of around 4. He needs to get to midfield. That's a heck of a way to start. It's going to be second down and short for the Cougars here. Be sure to follow the Antler Sports Network on the rest of our social media pages. On Twitter at Antler_SN. On Instagram at Antler Sportsnet, and find us on YouTube and Facebook by simply searching Antler Sports Network. Go to AntlerSN.com/news to find out all the latest stories, the best stories, and latest happenings in our Antler Sports Network coverage area. Clock rolling here with 3:08 counting left to go in this third quarter of play. Second down and 6 to go on the 44-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap, looking downfield, jump throw, made, flag thrown again. Looks like it might be a face mask call. And that could actually really benefit the Cougars as they keep on marching down the field. This is the Cougar offense that we saw in the first quarter. The offense that took quick strikes down the field, mixed up their play calling, a little bit of pass, a little bit of run, and marched up the field almost with absolute ease. But the Westfield defense, as they show throughout this game, the more they play, it's almost like a boxer. The more they feel each other out, the more acclimated they get with each other, the more adjustments that can be made as they try to take advantage of every mistake that both of these teams make. After the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 10. Move the chains, ball at 33-yard line with 2:33 left to go in quarter number 3. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Here's the snap. Looking left, fades. It's going to have a man wide open. It's Washam into the end zone. Incomplete, just out of bounds. Maybe by the length of a hair. Just out of bounds. That was a heck of a throw from the quarterback there. Just couldn't get enough toes down in bounds.
Just keep confirming what we talked about. The receivers that are open, just trying to finish out the play.
That was almost a picture-perfect throw from Whitehead as we hit the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. 19 seconds showing on the play clock. Also like to encourage you guys to follow the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coach Association on their social media accounts, as we want to thank them and their entire organization and President Cinto for allowing us to stream their games and show off their coaches and student athletes and programs. As the Jenkins has hit this pop 2 yards behind the original line of scrimmage, that's going to result in 3rd and long here for the Cougars as we hit the minute and a half mark of this third quarter of play. This third quarter of the Antler Sports Network High School Football is brought to you by Circle and Crawfish in Big Sandy of their new venues that they've opened up, and you're looking to host an event, a Super Bowl party, a wedding. Circle M has something for you. Small cabins and a large venue that can hold triple-digit amounts of people and some of the best food in East Texas. Circle M Crawfish, a Texas State must-see bucket list item. Here's Whitehead, going to go down the field to Washam again, and this time they're going to get in the end zone for sure. Touchdown, Cougars. There goes the receivers again. It's Washam. They kept trying to go over well, and this time they struck gold. They hit the board again with 49 seconds left to go. Washam and his 5th target of the fourth quarter alone. I guess if you knock on the door enough times, you'll eventually get that door open, and Washam gets in the end zone after getting out of bounds on the previous play, or the play before the previous play. With 49 seconds left to go, barring the PAT. The Nimitz Cougars are trying to build some momentum here as the clock continues to wind down this third quarter of play. 15 56-12.
That was a nice nice rally, nice throw, and they just executed, and it's been there all game. They just they execute on that play, and got a good play out of it.
Field goal is up and good. Your new score, 49 seconds left to go in the third. Mustangs 56, Cougars 13. Back in 1 minute. You're watching Texas High School football on the Antler Sports Network.
Hello to all my entrepreneurs and business owners. I am the Carlos Leguizamo, CEO and owner of Order Digital. We are a creative service agency that focuses on multimedia, marketing, and branding for your business or brand. We have shifts running 24/7 to suit your schedule and work with all budgets to bring your ideas to reality and raise them to the golden standard in your industry. Look for us on Google and all social media platforms. Also, hablamos español. Thank you and God bless.
A car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network.
Longer break than usual for that kickoff. Seems that both the coaches met around the 15-yard line with a couple of the officials. One of the officers here on standby at the stadium had to come out, but it seems like we're back to football. Thank goodness, 49 seconds left to go in the third. As the Cougars look to kick things back off after the Washam touchdown. Here to do the kicking duties, number 37, Pedro De Reyes, the sophomore kicker. Looking to boot things away. We are up and back, ready to go. Pooch kick. Going to be feeling about the 20-yard line. Let's see if the Westlake Mustangs can continue their special teams dominance. And they don't. Taken down after about a gain of 7. And that's where the Mustangs will take back over first again. Still waiting on the official spot. The Mustangs on their last possession, taking advantage of a little bit of Mad Hatter action after the 11-yard rush into the end zone. Got them to their 56-point mark. Looking to expand that lead. 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Cougars still not done yet. They still have a little bit of fight left in them. The Cougars still clawing their way back into this one, no pun intended. Let's see if they can hold up on defense. First and 10 for the 23-yard line. 40 seconds left here at Leonard George Stadium. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the brand spanking new Planet Ford Stadium here in Spring, Texas. Once again, I want to thank President Jacinto, my broadcast partner here tonight. As the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coach Association, helping us get this game and a multitude of other games. If you can help us get a game, maybe you can help us get these flags off the field. Another one is flown at about midfield.
And probably now, as I don't know if the backups are in, probably going to get even start seeing more flags, as you start seeing more backups probably on both sides of the ball. And I just want to take a shout out to you, Judge, and Anthony Sports Network for broadcasting these games, giving some exposure to our district and also to our association. And we really appreciate everything you do. And you do a great job, and we're welcome anytime to give us any type of recognition and exposure.
Most definitely, this will not be the last time that we are here broadcasting for Spring ISD. After the handoff of the middle, game of about 6, little past the original line of scrimmage after the penalty against the Mustangs, and it's going to be second down and about 9 to go. It might be. We're going to mark it at, let's call it the 28-yard line. They're going to mark it, no, they're going to call it the 29-yard line. The quarterback in now for the Westlake Mustangs. So the quarterback looks like number 6, Darius Hartfield. Number 5, Darius Hartfield. Roster change there. Run outside of the tackles along the hatches. Comes back out. Going to be another gain of about 5. It'll be third down as Mustang offense taking that slow approach that they had in the later part of the second quarter. You see a little bit of no huddle from this Mustang offense. Coach Meekins will be a perfect NASCAR driver. Has perfect pace. Plays his game as we end the third quarter of play. It's time for the fourth quarter. Back after this short break, you're watching Texas High School football on the ASM. Back here for the fourth quarter of play between the Cougars of Nimitz. The Westfield Mustangs ranked 14th in the state of Texas here at Leonard George Stadium. First 12 is on the clock, ball on the 34-yard line. We're ready for the final quarter of action between these two teams. Be sure to go to LRSM.com/schedule to find out who will be broadcasting our next ball game. This cuts back to the middle. He's got a little bit of space. Goes back to the middle again, and there's going to be Hartfield making his mark on this game. 11:56 accounting left to go in the fourth quarter. Hartfield, the second-string quarterback. Bit of a roster change. Originally marked as number 6. Originally marked as number 6, but looks like he still is wearing the number 6. I'll have to try to find out what that roster change was. Talked to Coach Meekins earlier today before the broadcast on the East Texas Benefits Countdown to Kickoff. One thing he really liked, we even talked about this off air, was the versatility he had. He had plenty of offensive, defensive weapons to throw in any team and any personnel to pretty much play any game that he wanted, any team that he wanted, and that's a credit to how he got to this current state ranking of 14. Handoff yet again up the middle, barreling down the line of scrimmage and through multiple Cougar defenders, and that's going to mark him down about the 45-yard line after the gain of around 6. And it's going to be second down, and not too far to go for the Mustangs as they continue to march up the field. 11 minutes of counting left to go in the fourth quarter.
It seems like I know that this is the second group in, but they're doing a good job of moving the ball with the running game. And this is a good chance to get a lot of reps for these guys. You never know you're going to depend on them as you go further into the season, into the postseason.
This is going to be number 14 in the state. You pretty much have to have all hands on deck from depth chart spot 1 to 3 or even 5 in some cases. places. Inside handoff is going to be enough for a first down. As the clock stops, as they'll move the chains. Cooper seems to be down, but still he seems to be okay. Pops back up. Joseph Quay, the defensive back, going to take a seat. Take a quick breather. As going to be yet another first down. Love to get a first down count for both of these. Excuse me, for both of these teams with 10-14 left to go. Ball at the 36-yard line. 10-08 and counting. 56-13 still your score. Here at Leonard George Stadium. Our next broadcast will be 2 weeks from now. We'll head to the DFW as we have the Kennedale Wildcats in a district matchup versus Cotton Hill Jarvis. In a Dallas-Fort Worth matchup, ball is tipped. No flags. Almost looked like it might have been could have been a bang-bang play. I could see if there was a pass interference flag thrown. Either way, it's incomplete. Going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Ball still placed at the 36-yard line. As the Westfield Mustangs try to shy away from that run game and try to get the ball in the air some. Looks like the Cougars have a couple of second stringers and the defense side of the football as well as they face 2nd and 10. Clock still halted at about 9:45. Play clock sitting at 18. Mustangs have the one side receiver. Hartfield in the gun, back to his right. No receiver at the bottom of your screen. Trying to get the Mustangs to jump the Cougars right at the front end. No, they're going to get a handoff up the middle. Has a little bit of space, rumbling his way down the hashes, and gets yet another first down. This is the 3rd or 4th straight first down on this Mustang drive. Got to be proud of your second team as they're able to move the ball like this efficiently.
Yes, sir. And getting some good reps. And young man is running the ball, running front to start, getting downhill real fast, and looks like he's running hard and getting a lot of positive yardage.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves with football players now, especially the running backs. They're always trying to get shifty and make the juice. If you could just get upfield, get up green and get yardage, why not just do that as we eclipse the 9-minute mark of the 4th quarter? Here's a snap, handoff yet again. Makes one turn upfield, looks like he has some space. Barreling his way, looks like he might have gotten to the end zone. No, just short, they're going to mark him at the 2. First down and goal for the Mustangs. And the first down streak continues for the red, black, and white.
A gain of 13 yards for Scott.
That gain for around 13 as the clock continues to roll. 8.5 left. Play clock at 26. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. Mustangs probably just might punch it in here. They've had the run game worked so far very well this game. So first group and the second group showing the ability to run the football. Let's see if they continue it here. Inside handoff, made immediately at the line and thrown down. Might have gained a yard. And it's going to be 2nd and goal. The Cougars still showing that they still have some fight. Left here as they try to make a goal line stand on the defense side of the ball. As we hit the 8-minute mark of this final quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised that on this maybe this next play where the quarterback might keep it because it really coming down hard to the back with all positive yardage and even in free. He might keep it in the play. He might hit it easy clip back to the goal.
Hartfield getting his offense ready. Has one back to his right. Same formation as the previous play. Long receiver up to that of your screen. Slot receiver to the right. A shotgun. He's going to hand it off. And he's met yet again. That's back-to-back. Hartfield trying to push his man forward. No dice. The Cougars hold strong yet again. Looks like they should have taken your play call. I know you have a headset on, but I don't think you can talk to Coach Meekins down there. Can't you do it? At this point, we've seen so much so far in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
Just an observation that I see it seems to be that when they turn down some runs, that running back have so many positive plays that they're not really killing on the quarterback.
7 minutes and counting. 3rd down and 2. Mustang trying to punch it after back unsuccessful rushes. Pretty much the exact same rushes, delayed handoffs. Still no dice. The Cougar defense holding strong. Here's Hartfield back to his left this time. Gonna keep it himself. Gets to the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. I think you did too. That's another prediction made, Coach. Looks like you need to be. Why are you up here with us? Looks like you need to be down the field.
Well, I know my realm now. My realm is here just for support. And but once a coach, always a coach. So you up here to help better view than down there on the field, so you can kind of see how things are playing out.
You know what they say? The eyes and sky sure don't lie. 6:15 to counting left to go. As the Mustangs play yet another 6 on the board at 62-13 with 6:08 and counting left to go in this final quarter of play. Bond the PAT looking to expand this this Mustang lead. Simo winning the snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it's good. Your new score of 5:53 left to go. Mustang 63, the Cougars 13. Back after this short timeout, you're watching an Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association special presentation on the Antler Sports Network.
Beautiful day, huh? Dinner time!
Time for another?
Oh, yeah.
You work hard to protect the things you love, your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just...
Shorter break as here comes the kick line drive, kick end over end. This might be the first kick. No, never mind. I thought it might be the first kick that we didn't see. Immediately going to the end zone, but as usual, as per usual, almost like clockwork tonight. Goes to the end zone for a touchback, and the Cougars will take over. Once again, take over first and 10 for the 25 with 5:43 left to go in this final quarter of play.
I guess kind of summing up, I know the game, when you look at the scoreboard, it looks like the probably was, not a very competitive game, but they're early. Nimitz did some good things early with the run game. They could have been more efficient with the passing game, but that receivers open, maybe it'll change the outcome, the momentum of the game as it did, but as they wouldn't convert on those third down plays and the explosive offense, the Westfield was just very explosive, and it's hard to contain if you're not. You get a shootout, it's going to be hard to stay with them.
Here comes Jenkins and Washam. So far today have been those weapons that you alluded to from this Cougar offense that have really given them some bright spots. And I don't care what that scoreboard says, there's always something positive you can take from games like this. And at the end of the day, you have to realize this is the number 14 team in the state for a reason. Not everybody can just walk in and just play a team pound for pound, shot for shot, quarter for quarter, play for play. The number 14 for a reason. It took the number 1 team in the state to take them back. 5 minutes left to go. After the run goes to no fruition, it's going to be a shot taken downfield. Streaking. Throwing flag is going to be a pass interference. Easy pass interference call for both officials on the far side there. That pass was intended for the Cougars receiver number 1, Noah Allen. Allen's done a great job so far this entire game, really. Using his speed, streaking down the sideline, drawing penalties, making this defense, this Mustang defense, really play up to it. Of course, Washam has been the best receiver on this Cougar receiving corps, drawing a lot of attention as well, so Noah's been able to kind of shine a bit. That's what happens when you have weapons like that, and even on the opposite side of the coin, that's how Westfield's really benefited on the offensive side as well. A whole lot of weapons. You can't key on every single one of them.
Exactly, and that's one thing that's good about Westfield offense. You can't key on one person because there's weapons at all skill positions, and also along with the quarterback being able to run at it. So
here comes Jenkins, got to do a little running himself. He gets brought down right at midfield. There's going to be yet another first down. Moves the chains again. That's back-to-back first downs for this Cougar offense. And the more we talk about this Cougar offense, the more shines of light they show. If you're Coach Harmon, at that point, you hear this all the time from coaches. You put a blanket over the scoreboard and just play football.
Exactly.
There's always something you can work on. If there's a certain formation you need to learn how to run out of better, this is an opportunity to just polish things up.
Exactly, and try to build off of the next game that's coming up and get to a momentum going that way, and just use this as a starting point. There you go.
Here goes Jenkins. Jenkins is a foot race. 20, 15, 10, 5, goal line, touchdown. Touchdown Cougars. That touchdown brought to you by HTO, your hometown drink stop, official drink of the Antler Sports Network. With 3:51 left to go in this fourth quarter. Speak of the devil. I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to make a couple of good predictions. I can't let you have all the fun.
It's just just a lot of experience and knowledge of what's going on, and just using those past experience to help him predict what's really going to happen next. And I guess going to the Westfield side of the ball, I think one thing that Coach Nimitz is really going to harp on is the amount of penalties. As you get in, as I said, as they did, it seems like they're going to have a good chance to get to the postseason. And as you get to teams that are don't commit those same type of mistakes, it's going to be hard to overcome those against teams that's a competition that's better once you get into the postseason.
After the PAT is up and good, new score, 3:52 left to go in the fourth. The Mustangs 63, the Cougars 20. Short timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Texas High School football on the ASN. Thank you once again to the president of the Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association, Armando Jacinto, and also the acting athletic director for Spring ISD. Had to leave the Kelly Santu broadcast booth as he still has a game to oversee. 3:42 left to go in this final quarter of play. Score might say third quarter, but I'm sure he was the fourth quarter. This clock continues to roll, and the Cougars get ready to kick things back off to the Mustangs. Once again, I'd like to remind you that the Antler Sports Network is commemorating Breast Cancer Awareness Month all October. If the Antler Sports Network YouTube account gets 250 subscribers before the end of the month, I will shave my head live. And it seems like they're trying to shave off yards from that kickoff as the Mustangs try to get back to the 40-yard line. They get pretty good field position as they get ready to march back on the field. Coach Meekins and this Mustang offense first down and 10. I'd like to thank our sponsors for today's ball game and all of our Antler Sports Network presentations. Beginning with our fourth quarter, being presented by Casey Muse of Avenue Speak. Also want to thank both of these schools for allowing the Antler Sports Network to broadcast tonight's matchup. And all the fans watching, no matter where you may be watching, on our YouTube page or our Facebook page, be sure to follow us across social media to find all the latest happenings of the Antler Sports Network. As Mustangs come back on the field first and 10 at the 37-yard line. 2.5 minutes left to go in this contest. Quarterback in the gun, puts a man in motion, has it back to his right. Takes the handoff. Going to look downfield. It's a one-on-one matchup. It is picked off. It's intercepted. The Cougars come on with a big stop on defense. That interception made by the Cougars number 27, John Alexander, the senior defensive back, coming up with a big play on the far sideline to pick off Hartfield. The Cougars will come back on offense to try to keep the momentum going. Hartfield left the pass a bit short. Potter's man streaking downfield. It's a one-on-one matchup, and at that point, I guess just a better man won. 2:11 now showing on the clock. Ball's going to be at the 25-yard line as the Cougars look to continue to build. Already scored on the last possession. Let's see if they can score again. They seem to have a limping Cougar. Washington seems to be limping here at the bottom of your screen. Hopefully the kid's okay as he sees first and 10 with 2 minutes left. Here's the shotgun snap. Throws to his right. Here's the flight, gets out of bounds. Pass corralled in by Washam. That's Carmen Washam, the brother of Keelan Washam. On the play, that's his first reception of today. That's his second target of the ball game as well. 140 and counting left to go in tonight's game, excuse me. We'd like to thank Allstate and the Moody Agency. Allstate, are you in good hands? Circle and Crawfish, the Drip Like Jesus Apparel line, Natural Stone, East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust, Avenue Speak, Hoostar Academy, HGO, Kelly Satu, Scotty Report, Thompson Tire Services, and the Tyler Rose Driving Center. Learning the rules of the road properly matters. Whitehead just gets thrown, intentionally throws the ball almost out of bounds, so scared to get an intentional routing penalty there. But stays within the tackle box. It's going to be second down and 10 after the incompletion, met with immediate pressure by this Mustang defense. The Mustang band and drumline still rocking loudly to our immediate left here. And the Kelly's Tattoo broadcast, we'll be sure to keep it here after the game hits final. We'll We'll take a short break and we'll enshrine our Thompson Tire Services player of the game. A couple of players in contention. Jenkins, ironically, one of those guys. As he gets up the gut and gains around 4. It's going to be third down now. With 30 seconds and counting. We're about to hit the 9 seconds here at Leonard George Stadium. Our next contest will be in about 2 weeks. Go to antlersn.com/schedule to find all of our latest scheduled games. This is always up to date. Our next game will head to the DF Dub as we will watch and tune in to the Diamond Hill Jarvis Eagles travel to Canada and face the Wildcats. Shotgun snap to Whitehead. Whitehead hands it off to Jenkins again. Jenkins turning upfield, got the first down, looking for more. He's immediately popped there. He gets about 3 or 4 extra yards, and that'll move the chains and most likely be the final play of this ball game. Zeros hit the clock. And that will be all. Your final score here at Leonard George Stadium. The 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs 63 and Nimitz Cougars nothing. After this break, it's post-game showtime. After this break, you're watching Texas High School football on the Antler Sports Network. Welcome back to Leonard George Stadium as we get ready to wrap things up here at this Hispanic Texas High School Football Coaches Association feature presentation between the 14th ranked Westfield Mustangs and the Cougars of Nimitz. The Westfield Mustangs showing why they're the number 14 team of the state. And we will elect our Thompson Tire Services player of the game. That honor will go to the wide receiver for the Mustangs, number 4, John Palomo, the Swiss Army knife, as we called him earlier, scoring touchdowns on the offensive side and also showing his worth on special teams. Thank you all for watching today's presentation. Congratulations to the Mustangs and Palomo as the high school football season continues. Our next broadcast will be on the 20th of this October month. We're also still commemorating Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Follow us on social media. Go online to antlersn.com/schedule to find all the latest games and latest happenings within the orange and black. One last time, your final score from Leonard George Stadium, the Mustangs 63, the Cougars 20. For everyone working for this broadcast and all of you watching at home, so long. Once again, your final score 63-20. The Mustangs take home a victory. Until next ball game, good night, everybody.